Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome back once again to the Promenade Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising Weeklies. We're on our second iteration right now, and joining me, I've got Gekiko and Roku. How are you two doing?
I'm doing good. I've just finished eating. I'm ready to go for another big old Grand Blue bracket. Well, we got 56 people.
Yeah, we got a great amount of gamers here today.
Honestly, it's kind of the morning for me still, as I've been talking about previously. I woke up at 6 p.m. for some plus reason. So yeah, this is a good way to wake up, I guess. I haven't had my coffee.
Morning,
I really wish I had my coffee, but it's gonna be fine. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. This is only the second weeklies, and it feels like the game has been out for ages already. I don't know. I've just been having fun with it, even though I haven't been playing as much as I would want to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Played the first couple of days, then went home for the holidays, and I was seething the whole time. I want to get back to it.
That's fair. But yeah, I'm going to do my usual dip into the production mines. Just before I do, just want to ask the chat, how is the audio doing? Because we've got a new audio setup running this week, and I just want to make sure it's not breaking anything before we start. Seems fine, cool, nice. Right, I'm going to go back into production hell. I wish you all a wonderful bracket.
Oh yeah. First up, we're gonna have Otori versus Peepo Hold. Two characters that I feel like we're not gonna get to see too often in brackets, so I'm really happy we're getting it up first. Anila has the very much most popular character in the game kind of design, but the strength of her kit, I think, has let down her popularity a bit, so we'll see how Watari maneuvers around that. And on the other hand, we have, of course, Medera. Good character from the old game. Maybe having a little more trouble in this one.
Yeah. Honestly, I understand why Anila is kind of on the outs, on the lower end of characters, but I've been having so much trouble with it. I don't know, I'm just getting made PTSD flashbacks from Strive with the pressure, with the sheeps and everything.
Yeah.
But that's, I guess, a me problem. Regardless, yes, it is probably not going to be two of the characters that we'll be seeing a lot of, so let's see what these two players can show us for this match.
Yeah, I know Watari is someone who is very, very excited for this character in the lead-up to the game's release, so we'll see what he's been cooking. Right now, he's already been able to push to the corner just with pressure, but Peepo Hold fighting his way back out. Oh, that's alright. My sheep low profiles the projectile.
Yeah, the sheep is like the lowest fireball in the game, which has its pros and cons, obviously. One of them is that it just cleanly loses to Uno, apparently, because when he does his fire heavy, he doesn't have like a hurt box on his feet at all. So it's a little bit of a fun interaction. But this one is obviously on her advantage. Pretty quick round on the first round from Peepo Holds. And honestly, we do have pretty quick rounds damage in Rising release, like stuff feels like. So when you get those big confirms, there's a lot of damage. This is another thing. I like this.
That was a really, really cool pickup with the sheep just kind of carrying along.
Yeah. So that's a thing that other players have been sort of complaining about. Which makes sense, that it feels like they really need to use those Raging Strike and the Raging Chain to get those good confirms, which incidentally puts you to a lower DP, you take a lot of more damage, and this already shows basically one hit off death forwards over here is going to be collected by the arrow.
Peepo Hold just seeing that he just needed one more projectile to clip and making it, just backing off, setting up the zoning.
Yeah, and that's exactly
it's rough too when like having to use those BP for combos when your opponent can just take them away from you with super as well is just rough.
Yep.
Ripping the DP.
Ooh, that was...
I didn't roll.
Yeah, that raw, like I really didn't think it would work, but it worked exactly as if you hold what I wanted it to. Is the BP the guard counter over. using the VP.
Air cancel something you're gonna see from Metara players a lot. Oh, nice, it's a big hit. Yeah, I'm gonna get it straight back again with the super. Because yeah, she doesn't have any meterless reversal options, and the one that she does have is a bit lacking. So we're gonna see a lot of Brave counters, I think. And right now, again, just on chip point for Watori. People hold. Maybe, oh, nice spot dodge!
Okay.
Cash out. Get some. Oh, it doesn't need a BP back, but takes those two away from People hold. So no more guard cancels on the side of Metara. It's so close to dead now. Just needs one more touch. Still has to do it while navigating chip point. Nice spot dodge, but
yeah, we like those spot dodges, but at the end of the day, when you're just on the actual chip point, it's really hard to get back into it.
Just on set point now. Starting this one nice and aggressive. Nice 6-6L. Finds that gap with the DP. Oh, this is double nailing. Okay, that's big. Losing the 2 BP there. Only having one more now for a Brave Council. But it's been cashing out early on Super, so if he finds another hit. Oh!
Okay, that's 0 BP now. That's gonna be a oh! The Raging Trade does not connect. That would have been death for sure with 0 BP on that HP.
Yeah, did you see how much that raw
that's
DP did? And
yeah, when you're at 0 BP, the damage is just actually absurd. Like every time you hit someone on 0 BP, I'm personally surprised at just how much the amount of damage they take is. Like it's kind of crazy.
I love it. I love getting hits like that and being like, oh, I don't need to route anymore.
Yeah, just hit them.
You're gonna die.
Slap them. Yeah. And this is another thing with the God Cancel. Like, the God Cancel is just such a good option for basically every character, like, because it's completely safe. It's not like you can block it and then just get a punish. It's +6 on block.
Yeah, +6. Hard knockdown in a game with so few hard knockdowns.
Yeah.
We're not seeing her come out from Watori, even though it looks like People Hold is playing around it pretty heavily with these hops. Back to 0 BP though. Throw almost on chip.
Okay, that's a nice spot dodge. Misses the butterflies as well. This is going to be very hard though. Is going to miss that Raging Strike and roll back to the 6-6L, unfortunately. And this game is going to go to People Hold. And I feel like this is kind of a weird matchup for Anila. Not that I'm really knowledgeable on her matchup spread and capabilities at all, but what I feel like is the strength of Anila is just that, you know, she has really good buttons, can play like neutral real well, and then Matera just kind of says, yeah, I don't want you to do that. So Sim is very awkward. Not necessarily hard perhaps, but not the way that you want to be exactly.
I think People Hold is just playing it really well too. Like, Anila has some like quite good mid-range buttons, but Watori wasn't getting to use them very often because if any time the People was in that range, he was either hitting projectiles or about to hop back out.
Yeah, it's a big spacing game essentially, and it's really awkward for Anila to be on those specific ranges, unless obviously the Matera, you know, doesn't really do what she wants to do. But this is not a single player game, obviously, so that's going to be awkward to say the least. So back on the topic of card cancels, and I kind of wanted to know your opinion as well on that. So there's a lot of discussion, obviously, about it, on how it's like too strong of an option, right? And I can see that, but then the fact that you have to spend a BP, to me, is such a huge investment in the current state of the game, at least.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure, like, if it actually needs to be nerfed. Like, yes, it's very annoying that maybe the damage is annoying because, you know, there's kind of setups where your opponent is like real low and you just like God cancel 3 times.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
you
I was
take
gonna
them
say.
to chip point. Yes,
yeah,
that's
guard canceling on the chip and just sending a projectile to hit the meaty just feels like sometimes you just see your opponent's health and go, oh, they can't engage anymore, they lose.
Yeah, that's silly for sure. But like making it be also like unsafe or like really punishable when you already have to invest this really huge resource, right? Because as we've seen, when you don't have your BP, you die, and the only way to get them back is to spend meter for your super, right?
The thing too, when you end up on 2 or 1, getting like missing a spot dodge on a raging strike is kind of like just a really bad spot. Like you're gonna be ending on, you're in a place where the next one just hits you no matter what.
Yeah.
So
and yes, raging strike is like you can react to it at this point, right? It's like, well, how many frames is it even? I'm not even sure. Yeah. So it's in that range of like reactable. It has, you know, both the frame data and the sound cue and the visual cue, so you can react to it. But you have to react to so many things right now.
And look, talking about reacting to a 28 frame move with a noise and visual effect. The previous version of this game had something called OD that was 30 frames, had a much bigger visual effect, and no one was reacting to it.
Okay, I'm saying that, you know, like when we're talking about Raging Strike being absolutely busted and unreactable, for example, in the first beta, it was actually just unreactable, right? It was like, what, 16 frames?
Yeah, it was 60.
Like, no human is reacting to that. No human is reacting to that. Like, there's no way. So now it's like in the range of like actually being reactable, but still it's just so hard because you have to like keep your eye out for so many things. Like the mental stack in this game is absolutely real between, you know, a bunch of like meter options, the auto combos now having the high-low enders, which have the same on-block frame data as not using them, right?
Oh, Mac had joined under a different name, so I didn't know it was him.
You have to fill me in because I don't know about this actually.
This player got criminally underseeded because I didn't recognize it until I saw the icon.
Okay.
Very, very strong player from here in England. Just hit Master with Vera
just gonna chime in real quick as the TO for everyone watching. This is why, clearly stated in the rules, you sign up with a name that is identical to your Discord name. Thank you very much.
I mean, look, I'll be honest, Gideon, no slouch. Very strong player, but this is he said it best, Maka jump scare.
Okay.
This is a matchup you would expect to see much later in bracket.
I mean, perhaps for the players that's a negative thing, that they have to play this out, you know, early in the bracket. For me, it's completely fine, right? Like, we're just watching the games. So it's better for me, personally, right?
I just did the bracket and I was like, that can't be the same guy, right? And then...
Gideon's kind of going through it in the lobby, isn't he? So, that's not great. However,
this is gonna be a fun matchup to see because I don't see Uno basically ever.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised to see Gideon on Uno as well. I really, you know, from playing with him a little bit on Strive, you know, he was a Gold Lewis player, and then on Granblue he was playing Vastraga. So I'm like, yeah, this makes sense, you know. it just feels like such a natural pipeline going from Gold Lewis to Vastraga, and then going into Uno is like, huh, okay. Now, I'm a fan of Uno. I think he's a really cool character. I don't know if he's like underrated or underplayed, but I really enjoy watching him personally. So
I think he's one of those characters where it's too early to say where he's at. Really, he's not like blatantly top 5, but it's hard to tell if he doesn't feel blatantly low either.
Yeah, I feel like his parry is pretty good given the state of the game, but then the rest of the stuff that he has is like doesn't have, you know, he doesn't have a path of least resistance, if it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean he's a zoning based character in this game, which the rest of them aren't doing so hot. So
yeah,
it stands to reason he is not either. But
yeah, but he does have, you know, those extra mobility options, the meterless reversal, even though it's like, I guess one of the worst ones probably. But still, it's a meterless reversal. Other characters just don't have one at all.
Yeah, I think having anything at all is
Yeah.
Just a nice place to be. Right now. Oh! Okay, so this is a big Maka thing. He is in love with that button.
I mean, why wouldn't you be, right? Like, it's just so good.
It's so huge. So much reward on counter hit.
And it has this thing that a bunch of like mid 6/6Hs have, where it forces crouch and just gives you like a better combo. This is the absolute robbery button purists have, and they love. And honestly, if I had it, I would love it too. You know, just get this reversal, get into your install, and then just get a huge combo afterwards. Unfortunately, Gideon did drop had a gap in that combo, which allows Maka to just rip that Lumi install reversal. I really like this 2-1-4M as a response to the rally. Pretty safe.
Low damage combos here. Okay, nice. I like that the overheads give you a proper knockdown. It's a cool little option to use.
I feel like in general, those like follow-ups from the auto combos are kind of underused right now. Because as I said before, they are -4 on block, which is the exact same as like if you didn't cancel your auto combo. So when you don't want to spend beater, or when you don't want to spend your EX moves, it's honestly just such a good option. Because yes, I mean the frame data between the low and the high is different, but it's still you're still kind of guessing. And Gideon is going to swap to Nier, which is another character that I would not see in playing. But at the end of the day, those.
Sometimes you just gotta. She's just. I think like early on it was like her and Sieg are like, they're the clear top two. It's starting to feel like Perception is becoming there's a top one.
I mean, sometimes you just want to misfortune some people, and I get that. It's a good move. There he is.
Yeah, as we see right now, it doesn't get the full cross-up combo. It is very expensive to go for the full combo.
It's going to. Oh, yeah. Death died there, and I was trying to figure out.
That was a nice response. Unfortunately, meeting with 6XL carries quite a bit of risk.
Yeah.
With this ball coming out. This round has taken quite a turn. No, the heavy misfortune again.
Yeah. And you just have to respect that because of just how much damage this reversal is going to give you. And it feels like, people in general just end up not doing the mini close lights that they do a lot of in base Granblue. And it's just like kind of the way that you have to go against Nier, it feels like, because you can do, your option selects that cancel into the spot dodge and give you that punish.
Gideon is reacting so well to these 2-1-4Ms. He's hit every single one with a heavy misfortune so far. Oh, Death is dead! Can Gideon still win with the worst character in the game? Yes. Basketball.
Absolutely.
Well, doesn't even need it.
And that was a very quick second game, honestly. And again, yes, games in Rising do tend to be, I feel like, the first two does tend to be quite easier to complete compared to base Rem, but still. And there's another thing, right, about, you talk about Perception, Nier at the top two and all that. Before the game came out, everyone was just kind of like speculating how hard is Nier going to be, and how like realistic is it going to be for her to be like a popular character. And it turns out she's not all that hard, right? She doesn't have those that.
I would say she is quite easy, in fact.
Because, like, historically, at least in the games that I play that have, this puppet type characters, they tend to be like some of the hardest ones to pick up. But in this game, it feels like you're just kind of like canceling your specials into your other specials, and then just kind of go to town with that. Like, you don't have like an actual bar to manage, it's just the stocks. And death dying is not such a huge deal. Like, the lockout is like, what, 3 seconds?
3 seconds, yeah. And in this game, it's like, it's gonna be hard to take advantage of those 3 seconds. Tried the spot dodge OS, it doesn't work. I don't know why people keep using it.
I mean,
you just have to block it like it's a DP.
Is it not that it doesn't work, or is it just like that you end up like kind of fumbling it? Because I feel like it generally is okay to use, but the thing is, it carries a risk, right? That blocking is not carrying.
I personally think taking the risk is too great. Now, Naka is going to kill here. No, not quite!
Oh, no,
I have to go for the setup. I think maybe thought they were combo limiting there, but... Yeah, again, the only thing that was going wrong there really for Gideon was just overspending on those stocks. And Mecha is going to be able to...
I mean, I think it makes sense, right? Like, this is, as far as I'm aware at least, not Gideon's main. So
no.
It kind of like feels like he picked it both as a counter pick and as a means to, like, quote unquote, cheese a little bit. I don't really like using that. I know it sucks.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought they were gonna be playing Seahawks when I saw the license to swap. I was like, okay, yeah, I mean... I think if you want to talk about real top tiers, I haven't seen Seahawks. I haven't fought Seahawks in this game once. I am 90% certain. No, I haven't fought him yet.
Crazy.
I am certain that matchup for Nier is absolutely just abysmal. Did you know Death is a projectile?
Okay, yeah.
All of the moves are considered projectiles.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, because I've played a little bit of Seahawks, just up to, like, you know, S+5, but I don't think I've played against a Nier that was doing anything other than Wake Up Misfortune, so I don't have, like, an opinion at all. But I mean, Seahawks is just really strong right now. Just, you know, has a lot of tools that are just really, really solid in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised. You know, he's a fast character. He's really good at setting the pace of the game, which is exactly what Nier doesn't want you to do, right? She wants to be the one in control of the pace.
But up here we're going to, instead of Seahawks, see Anila and Beelzebub, a character that I think in this game is quite powerful. I think he's got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
But we don't see him that often.
Yeah, I feel like he's a little bit underrated. You know, based on, you know, the opinions that I've seen of him on Twitter mostly. Like, yeah, he doesn't have the amazing sort of like the sort of like amazing tools that the kind of like, let's say, clear top 5 have, but he feels like such a solid all-rounder, right? Like, yes, he has the whole, you know, he's kind of a zoner, and zoners not having much fun in the game, but has a DP, has the dive, which is still absurd, really strong U skills, sorry, which I feel like is very important in this game, right? Having strong U skills is really important, and all of the top tier characters I feel like have those really strong U skills.
Yeah, he's also got the TK dive for baiting baiting Protex. That is gonna trade God's strongest sheep, not caving under the pressure, but Buffer Witch is gonna have to make a comeback here still. Nice, we're seeing that again. You don't even get anything off the 6-6H, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It dispense so much, but I mean, at least you get the corner. Cashing out again. Shut up enough here for the kill.
It is, however, I feel like it's just so awkward, man. Like, playing Animal, just have to spend those bravery points on the Raging Strike, Raging Chain combo. And it's just kind of unfortunate, right?
Oh, that was a funky little interaction. Bubs with a very slow DP. Managed to catch that move and recover it.
That was a really nice match from Footbridge. And honestly, I've played against Footbridge a couple of times, and I really like the way that he kind of approaches the game. He's always been this, from baseground, shadow player that likes to kind of control the neutral. He was playing Catalina, but he also wanted to be able to go on the aggressive, right? So I feel like, at least in theory, Anilad fits his playstyle really well.
I think this character can definitely do both of those things. Nice reaction, the 5U, those sheep coming out. Oh! Too early!
But
nice.
Does not get that pickup, sadly, which could have killed as well. So the first game is going to go to Footbridge.
It's been interesting. Fluffbridge has been having trouble, like, the entirety of every round, but then, like, manages to just get the hits that they need and then close it out.
Yeah, I feel like Pimpo has been a bit, maybe too, I don't want to say overzealous, but maybe a bit too trigger happy with some of those DPs as well as Karma usages.
Yeah, these Karmas, I get what they're going for. It's a little too high
Yeah.
risk. Like, you see even the AX one coming out and getting baited. And Fluffer was just so awake on these DPs as well.
Yeah.
Gets the hit, gets the corner. Small dodge comes out. Has to worry about the Anthem reversal now too.
And it's not the EXTP either, which is easier to punish as well. Very nice to age. Usually don't want to try to go for that because of the risk reward, right? But
Yeah, I think Flipper Witch though has a bit of an idea. There we go, yeah.
there we go.
An idea of when Pimpo is gonna wanna go for these
Yeah.
dives.
So I had read, I think, on the first week of the game's release that Beelzebub is kind of like the poor man's Blob from Melty. And honestly, I can see that because they are these characters that like just really wants to go ham with their specials. But the thing is, you kind of have to temper that, right? Because yes,
exactly.
he has really strong specials, but they all have something that you can exploit. Karma has its counterplay. When you're charging your fireball, you can't get hit out of that, and you don't want to be too predictable with your dives either, right? And it feels
nice
like
here.
there's
I got the
rage shooting
full... That is a nice chunk of damage, especially for the corner carry.
That I feel like I don't really like that option from Flipbridge going for the roll through there. But
Sure, if Super was what they were looking for there. Pimpo's been taking a lot of risks on these supers. Okay, again, now these... Okay, Pimpo's game plan has now become clear to me. He's been doing the auto combo into Karma, and those have been getting DP'd out of. So he started doing the Chaos Calibers instead, which that's gapless, can't DP out of it. And now, like, Flipper Witches were scared to press on them. That made my heart stop for a second. Oh, jeez.
he was in the air, just has to do a quick jumping glide to get that combo in, and is gonna get away with the game.
I was expecting them to go over, so when they didn't, I was like, oh no, they're getting hit by the drill.
That that would have been a little bit tragic, but at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like Pimpo just had like a very rigid game plan that, you know, once figured out was quite easy for Flipbridge to go through that. And again, it's kind of like this pitfall that you can get into when you're a bit of a newer Bobs player, right? Because again, yes, his specials are amazing. Chaos Caliber, love it. DP, everyone wants to have one. Dive, I'm not gonna talk about it, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm set on that. But at the end of the day, you have to know exactly, you know, when to cycle them and when to switch up the pace of the game. And I feel like this has been kind of a challenge for a lot of players in Rising, because the game kind of like has two different speeds, if you may, right? Like you can be like very aggressive and like always foot on the pedal, 6XL, do your pressure, plus frames, auto combo into save special, etc. But then sometimes you just absolutely have to slow it down because, you know, if something's not working out and you have to switch up your game plan, or if your opponent is the one that's taking the initiative, then you have to like sort of like change the pace of the game. And knowing when and how to do that is one of the most important things, in my opinion, right now in the game. Aside, obviously, you know, from having a solid neutral. So I think if we could see a little bit more of that, it would have been much closer sort of game. But still, as I said, I really like some of the stuff that Flipbridge is doing, and I wish to see more of his Anla personally.
Yeah. Flipper Witch just adapted really well to how Pimpo was playing. Next we're gonna have a Zeta Mirror, I think. We're gonna have Aramix versus BU. BU from the player from the original game has always been a Zeta warrior, and Aramix coming in from Guilty Gear Strive, and immediately found the character that can get it done. Zeta is a bit of a freak in this game.
So I've played a little bit with BU on the rank queues. And his Zeta was always pretty solid. But I feel like he's not making full use of some of the new busted stuff that he has. So I haven't played against him in like a week though, obviously, so maybe he's picked up more of that. And I'm hoping that he has, because
That's
honestly...
the thing with new games like this, you'll see like immediately Ermic's busting out the VU parry. With like old players, it takes them a little bit longer to pick up the new stuff. There we go, getting that meaty pogo set up.
Yeah, and Zeta is like the character that just, I feel like, has the most obviously busted like use skills, right? Which makes it very important for when you pick her up now to know those setups, like 2-2, you in the air, just absolute war crime. You jumped, you die.
How dare you attempt to move forward in the air?
How dare you like try to neutral jump for any reason.
Go further, just playing a lot of an air game here.
And a Zeta mirror is just something that we basically, I feel like, never seen in base Grand Blue, almost never.
Yeah, we only had two like incredibly active Zeta players. And now there's gonna be a couple more. Tried something with that ult skill. I don't know which one they ripped off.
Ooh, I really like this Gumball there. Like, maybe the rest of what is not quite there, but you basically always expect Zeta to go back on that Spear of Harvest, right? On the previous Spear of Harvest. So when you actually do those setups where either you frame trap with the third hit or you do that stop on the first one and just grab, I really like that. Because it's the first game, it's the first round, the second round rather. But still, you know, it's really nice to just kind of sniff out what your opponent is ready about.
Yeah, once you can initiate RPS on an option like that and have your opponent thinking about it, even if you always go for the safe option, they have to be aware that you might do the silly thing. Oh my god, that beam is fat.
The beam is fast and big.
It's a chunky boy.
That was catching BU walking back. It's gonna be
how dare you?
Damage. Yeah, another thing with
oh, nice cancel! This will be good chunk of damage.
Yeah, and always taking the corner.
Okay, this is the safe jump. But still, you have the corner. Nice. This should kill.
Absolutely right.
This is it. No.
Sits.
Even in rollback, Zetas are still missing that comment. That's what we were talking about earlier. That just brave counter to get them on shift. Blow some kind of ult skill or projectile.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You got brave countered, it's safe, you take the damage, you're on ship point, and Zeta is doing a sick ultimate Spear of Harvest. What are you gonna do? Like, what is the counterplay there? I mean, there is counterplay, but the risk is just, the risk reward is just so skewed against you at this point where it feels like,
ooh, that was Dragon Ball!
Was that frame perfect? Like the same? I feel like
it looked very similar. I wish we got the Budokai beam clashes on there.
Oh my, that would have been.
It goes for the first. Went for that throw bait there. It's one of Zeta's big strengths in this game, where you do the quick jump 2-2-U and you catch throws, but just didn't quite catch him with a nice
switch. Yeah, so another thing that's happened with Zeta and her changes in Rising is that everyone has kind of like become Shosung, right? Like, Rhapsody is everyone's favorite move right now, it feels like. And I mean, makes sense. The risk reward is just really good there, given the pace of the game and the amount of damage that you can get from it.
It's a very nice anti-air there from Aramex.
Ooh!
Oh, goodbye! Fuzi's happy somewhere. One must imagine Fuzi happy.
It's gonna be a lot of damage into the throw, and basically you're dead in the next interaction now. Ooh, there's
you tried to play neutral. You tried to do something from far away? Why? You fool.
And I feel like BU could have confirmed that, but just slightly dropped the next use skill follow-up, or maybe wasn't sure if he could get it, and just decided not to spend the meter.
Maybe he's just playing my version of the game where you can't do that shit. Why are they wall bounds mid-screen? It's so wacky.
Yeah, it is weird. But I mean, it's the world we live in. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be complaining about any characters here. So 1-1, Armix definitely fighting back, and it's kind of like adapting to those Rhapsody setups. It feels like that BU likes to do, where he takes to the air. So he started doing a lot of 2H on them to anti-air. That's a scramble and a half. And again,
we're learning which is the stronger of the two ult skills.
So
Aramis is a big fan of the ult beam. It's not really working out for him in this match because BU's spot dodging them all.
I feel like kind of neither of the options are working out too well, because yes, BU has gotten those old Arvis hits, but I feel like he's just failed to confirm off of them, which is honestly unfortunate if anything else, because you just get so much damage from them, but if you don't, it's not that great. Like the real strength of old Arvis is just like the insane amount of damage you get, because you get a raw from neutral U skill into a second raw U skill, so you don't cancel them. And when you don't cancel your U skills, that's a lot of damage. It's an insane amount of damage, and the combo scaling is great. So when you don't get that, it feels like you're just, I mean, you're not wasting meter, but it's definitely not the best use, right?
Definitely dropping opportunities that would end the game. Oh my god, he anti-aired it.
That's literally the best I've seen this get anti-aired. I'm not gonna lie.
Aramix was a big competitor in Stripe, so it's not. Yep. Oh my god, he got anti-aired right back. That was the heavy version, not the ult, but still. These two are like wake on their anti-airs.
Zeta's anti-airs are just so effective because it's just a lot of damage for basically no effort, right? Like you just do your 2H into the diagonal RBs, and then that's just, I don't know, like how much is it, like 3.5 damage?
You have to play neutral.
No.
Aramix, you can't just send the beam.
He was forced to play neutral, and crying emoji. Yeah, BU is going to get it. And again, yes, we did some cool stuff, obviously, and I really liked the fact that both players got this sort of like adaptation with those anti-airs and starting to sniff out the lots and lots of parries that we've seen. But yeah, some of those U skills did leave a little bit to be desired. I feel like this could have just swung either way, because if you confirm those old Arvis hits, that's just so much damage, enough to maybe not kill, but then, you know, put your opponent into either like next interaction range or just throw kills you range, which just really changes the pace and dynamic of the game, obviously, right?
Exactly, especially when like you're fighting a character, you're in the mirror, you're fighting a character that can do the exact same back to you. You do not want to let those. Hey, that's me.
What? That's an imposter, clearly. Jundo, what's happening?
Jundo Among Us.
Where's the...
He will be up in the next match, not this one. We should be having level 19 Shock Mage Jack versus
he was leveled. What happened? He was 99. He was level 99 in Grand Blue base. Lost 80 levels? 70? That's crazy.
Maybe I've been grinding the old Final Fantasy 14 where you could D-level for dying. It's okay, no, it's a new game. He's earning the levels back.
Yeah. And I picked and saw the Eustace, so Jack is going to go in with the Eustace. Jack is another base scramble player, has been splitting a lot of time between Eustace and Seox in base. But I think from what I've seen them type in their discords, is that they don't really enjoy the way that Seox plays in this game. I can see it. So
it's like they took him from slopping and made him the supreme slop. Speaking of, I've heard similar things about Lancelot. Have not encountered the character myself, but I know Dakolov is a pretty respected player. I didn't know him from any other games, but seeing him in this one is, oh my god, that pro work. Oh, yeah, setup!
Ooh, that's a very nice on the head setup. It's gonna be really big damage.
Yeah, what are you doing?
There's the loop. Has to break counter. Side swaps. and I have to hold the Lancelot certified offense. It's gonna get a hit, but it's going to go for the throw. Yeah, and this is one of the big things that he does. Yeah, so Lancelot feels like he's really strong, and the main reason for that is just his use skills are all just so good. He gets a DP from his ultimate Turbulence. His Fireball is just crazy.
There was that ultimate Turbulence. Yeah, the Fireball is one we've been seeing a lot where I've heard someone describe it as it puts you into 30 FPS.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does. It's plus 10 on block as well, and it gives you that debuff state where your frame data is slower. So it's just like whenever he's in pressure and he wants to spend heat, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the fireball. That's fine. And then you basically kind of have to guess. U-Turbulence is also really strong because I recently found out that it is unblockable when it comes down. So even if you bait it or like jump to block it, that's not going to work out at all. So if you don't know the exact counterplay for it, you're just always going to get smoked by it. And Jack, it does not like what's happening in this matchup. It's going to go for the slop, yep.
You could see him doing a lot of the right things, but you have to be right so many more times than Lancelot does in this matchup.
And Lancelot does damage now as well. That's a big thing. Same for Seox, right?
Yeah,
like Seox was one of the
Ult Gorilla Blade combos are kinda chunky.
Yeah, like both Seox and Lancelot. I mean, mostly Lancelot, but Seox to an extent as well. But one of the, let's say, lower damage characters. Obviously, Seox not so much with a lot of stuff that he could do in this game. But now they both have like real damage, like extremely real, to the point where sometimes it feels like they do more damage than those heavy hitters. So combining that, you know, with the fact that they have really strong Q skills and that are safe on block for the most part as well.
We haven't seen any of those use skills come out from Jack just yet.
Yeah, so the dive I feel like is something that a lot of people are talking about, but it's both kind of a bit overrated in some cases. This is the big one that people have picked up on.
2-1-4-U. Why are so many 2-1-4-Us so silly?
It is so strong. Plus on block gives you a full combo. Completely changes your like. Aside from the fact that you know your J214X changes your jump trajectory, this also has the U skill. Frame change.
That was sick as shit out of it.
And then yes, this is like the thing with Lancelot, right? You get those combos, those huge combos with the U Gorilla Blade, because it forces your opponent to crouch, right? And for whatever reason, this means that there's no combo limit because you're not in India. There's no like actual combo limits exactly in Grand Blue. It's more of like a juggle limit, if you may.
Yeah.
So.
Only airborne hits count, so keeping them grounded. Or there's certain... Oh my god, I think the perfect while we're talking about it.
You just guess wrong like 2 or 3 times against Lancelot and you're just done. Like, he just kills you so fast right now, it feels like, because of those U skills. And because his pressure is better because of them, and because of, you know, 6XL and the different mechanics, that it's just so overwhelming. I did like from Jack the willingness to go to the Seox, but it's really hard, especially when you're not very confident in how to navigate this matchup, right? And then you just like get your parry baited once or twice, and you're just dead. Like as we've seen before, like Jack had the corner, guessed wrong once, and then gets the corner stolen and gets this like huge combo with the 2 U Gorilla Blades that did like 60% of his life. So back to the next match is going to be another Seox, and we're going to see the Seox versus Nia that we were kind of like touching upon, and I really want to see how Saki is going to approach this.
This matchup, on paper in my head, is abysmal. I'm already typing tweets complaining about it. I don't know if you can hit dives with Misfortune, because again, Death is a projectile, for whatever reason.
So I want to say that as long as the dive gets absorbed by the super armor, you should be able to get that, but at the same time I've not seen this instruction at all, so we'll just have to see. But yeah, if it's like actually just saved, and then you can like do dive, for example, and get those huge combos from it, that's not very bad. Junto already has used 2 Gregory points to Soki's 1.
Yeah,
which
does not want to
really
eat this Seox pressure right now.
And it's really not what you want to be,
pick up
right?
from the air to air. You know, Seox already has quite a bit more damage in this game than he used to. So being on low BP versus it is a bit scary. Right now, just sending the death pressure though. Oh, goes for a tick throw, but Saki got hit.
Yeah, and the grounded 2-4H is just really strong for whenever you go for these tick throws. It's a really clean response, gives you a full combo of it. At the same time, I just want to say, Saki basically could have had the kill if it was like 10 seconds ago when he got the close light, but didn't link into the close heavy. That's another thing that Seox got in Rising, which just gives him a lot of damage when optimized, right? Like, whenever you confirm close light, you can go into a close heavy, which is obviously like your best button for combos, has the best duration rates, and just gives you the most amount of options, right?
I think Seox could have done that before. Oh, nice combo.
I don't think it was
dead.
plus enough on hit to give him DH on those non-counter hits. And there's the very safe use skills that we're talking about.
Also,
He's gonna take the risk.
This is an interesting position against Nier where you're on chip point, but Nier doesn't have death, so she actually can't chip you out.
Yeah.
Then the super get a BP back.
So
Nice round for Saki.
Yeah,
He's looking rough.
Given the life discrepancy that existed between the two players there, I'm really a fan.
They're both on chip point.
Yeah, so Saki was on chip. Jonda was was really healthy at that point. And what he did with the flip kick follow-up on the Rekka, which is unsafe, but when hit in a full combo, he's just taking the risk. And I think it's just, really cocky, because, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm already on chip point, right? If it hits, I'm back in the game. If it doesn't hit and I die, I mean, I was already pretty much dead, right?
Yeah. No, I think low health situations in this game are really interesting. Yeah, that's the throw bait. Coming out with the 2-on-4H.
Yeah, it's just
a nice chunk of damage here.
All the characters that have throw baits are just so strong. It's gonna kill actually. I mean, yeah. That's
Seox shouldn't be able to do this. Man has a combo that goes on so long that the EX special move he used to start it is back up.
And I'm a CX enjoyer. I really like playing as Seox. I think it's really fun. Obviously, the sloppening and all of that, I think is a really cool character. But that's not right. Like, that's crazy. That's just way too much damage for a character that has, like, effectively, I mean, not really the best mobility. I guess we have Grimnir now. But so many options to alter his movement, his jump trajectory. Just such great pressure. And then you get thrown bait, gets hit by the 2-on-4H, and you just explode. Like, that's not right.
Yeah,
come on.
He's swinging a little bit outside of his archetype. We're gonna see Jundo go back to Fairy. His old main. I think a lot of players not super happy with this character in this version. But maybe just wants to play what he's more comfortable on,
Yeah, and it makes sense.
Shutting down these 5 U's pretty well.
The hard knockdown changes really change the way that Fairy wants to approach the game, because it's much harder to set up those true 50-50 GG now. And it's not like she's one of those owners that didn't have a mirrorless DP and got them through a few skills as well, right? She already had that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought her HDP has lost in Bull in this version. Nice punish on that U skill. Oh, it's a big... So, I always used to call H-Racker one of the best whiff punish tools in the game, and I feel like ult has just taken its spot.
Yeah, it's such a good punish though, actually, because you don't really spend 50 meter, right? You get the hard knockdown, which is very hard to access right now in Rising, and it's just still good damage.
Nice bait on that BC. That was so good.
That was a great response, very clean response to the BC. Love to see that.
Keeping that space away so it would whiff, and then hitting with the 214H as the punish.
And I really love the fact that Junto just like, so to me, Fairy against Seox is not better than Fairy Nia, not because it's like worse, but like it's just never been good, right? Parry is really good as a response to the GG setups. The big mobility with the wall jump, also very strong against Fairy as it is with any zoner. But Junto is just so much more comfortable, it feels like, with actually traversing the neutral in this matchup.
It's a matchup
really
we played a lot too in the base.
No punish. That's so sad. So the U dive is absolutely punishable on block. That's like the weakness of it, right? Because otherwise it just would have been actually busted. And there's the U fireball into the full combo.
Yeah, bit of a funny move. It reminds me of like Nerm Airborne Ult Moon, except like way faster for some reason.
Yeah, he doesn't have like the same teleport sort of thing that Nomai does, but it's also just, you know, when you're next to your opponent, it's definitely faster.
Oh, that was an interesting little play. Held a negative edge till after that overhand, so didn't get the pickup, but got to still be plugged after it. Oh, tried to find something with that 2-1-4U. Fucking not coming in yet. It's a big hit for Seox. This is a lot of damage for Seox.
Jundo's still with a really sizable life lead. Is going to get a lot of damage from this Raging Chain. Oh no, he's going to just stop it and get the G set up, and that's going to finish it. Very nice.
It's one of the few ways to get a hard knockdown in this game is to just use that Raging Chain and then do nothing else.
Yeah, and at that game state, it feels like a perfect choice to me. Like, you're very much on a great life lead, 1-50-50, where you hit is going to kill, so definitely great use of your DP, I feel like. Oh, we're getting caught again by the flip kick. We've seen this in the previous match, not in this one, but I feel like because of just how good CX's pressure is right now, and just because of how much damage he does, people tend to just be way too scared to respond to a lot of the things that he does. And there's the U dive into a full combo.
So much damage for one mistake.
And because you're, again, the bait, so baited the BC there with the 2-1-4H, and this should kill, it does not, but just one interaction away, there's the BC, one chip point, great spot dodge, now Saki doesn't have a VP, he's gonna do the reversal, oh my, that was such a nice back and forth, Saki ends up doing the reversal.
Start of a big comeback for Jundo, but Saki shutting it down with that wake up super. That's the last one.
All those characters that can go into the air and get those, like, let's say throw baits, but at the same time they just also make you whiff your BC into Raging Chain, right?
Yeah,
and it's
most
just
of them beat
so
a wake up mash as well.
Yeah. So Lancelot has that, Seox obviously has that, and it's so good in this game. And it's just gonna go for the same combo. Yeah, it's not gonna go for like the close light. It's not gonna go for any lengths that can drop. Just close medium into the Raging Strike, close it out. That was a really nice. I mean, as to be expected, I feel like from these players, a really nice match. We've seen some really cool interactions, and again, I really liked the way that Jundo played the Fairy. Normally, I wouldn't be like, oh, okay, yeah, Fairy against Seox, that's probably a Nia, but felt really like he knew what he wanted to do, just couldn't close it out.
Yeah, definitely seemed a lot more comfortable with that matchup, even with all the new stuff that Seahawks is doing. Next, we're gonna have Light versus some Cagliostro player. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, so
it's Carlos.
Kag is another one of those characters that I feel like is really strong right now, and people feel like are not talking about it as much as the other, let's say, proven top tiers, right? But she got some really messed up stuff. Again, I've said this before, and honestly, I'll say it again. When a character has like really strong ultimate skills, that's really significant, I feel like.
Although I don't know what I don't exactly know what Ult Trap does. It just what makes a big guy.
Yeah, Ult Trap is probably not the best one. It's the Ult Teleport that just really messed up because it's so flexible. It's a reversal, it's a mix-up tool, it's whiff punish. It kind of does everything right.
Yeah, like speaking of whiff, like hitting that shimmy, now hitting the 5U. It's gonna be a nasty rest of the round. That picks up. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Love you, Vera.
When you do the Raging Strike on those very late frames of Heavalumi, if your opponent needs to do a reversal or breath counter, or they're just going to get hit by the God Crush, which obviously is going to give in the corner a full combo. So that's something that you really need to be aware of. And again, this is something that we talked about a little bit before, right? There's just so many things to look out for in this game.
Yeah, exactly.
High low order combos, dashing attacks, Raging Strike. It's just so much. So you really need to be on top of your game, it feels like.
Nice bait on the DP too.
Yeah.
Light just very, very awake in this match right now. Kind of going on a tear. That throw might be it, yeah. Man, throws hit hard.
Yeah, Light just definitely on top of his game, just not skipping a beat, fully sending it, and just gonna take the first game very cleanly. Let's see if Carlos has.
I'm sorry, Light has how many Master Crystals?
77. That's...
Okay. Most people have 0. They just stop playing when they get the Master.
Okay, I have thoughts about this, but I'm gonna talk about it after the game. So there's a side switch. That's where Kag wants to be. Ooh, he's gonna get clipped.
Oh, that's so much damage. 75 meter and you're almost dead. Are you dead? Okay, no, combo limit.
And literally went to the other corner, into the throw, which is going to kill, so... Yeah, that U skill is... When you get that counter hit, it's messed up. However, the saving grace is that when you don't get that counter hit, it's not nearly as effective. And as long as, you don't sleep on the counter play of blocking low and high, it's not really all that safe. But at the same time, the risk reward is just there. We just saw it, like, that was almost 60% of Carl's life.
That's the thing, it's like, you have to be playing around it. Oh, they fixed that? No, they didn't.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of situations as well where Carlos has got a couple of straight hits, but just did not confirm into them. While he's so ready for the teleport, and he's just gonna get the install land grab. This is looking very bad. Ooh, he's gonna get the throw bait into the throw zone. There's the BC.
That's a really good. Even putting yourself on one there is perfectly fine when you're playing as install Vera, because all you need is the one hit off of anything basically. Okay, I've said that.
Yeah, there's the frame trap is not going to affect all of that.
Sent the ult there, Kane. There's ult Lumi. Oh, got the dash H, but wait, that's still a combo.
No. Yep, it absolutely does.
This Vera champion.
This Vera champion, man. and yeah, so what I want to say about ranked is that I've seen a ton of tweets of people that are like, got like master with my character, never playing ranked again. And I'm like, why? Like, isn't the point of having like a healthy ranked matchmaking system to like have a healthy both lower and upper end?
I think there's just not enough people up in Master right now.
I mean,
you just wait forever for games.
The first couple of weeks, I could see it. At this point, I feel like you could, like, realistically, okay, maybe, I mean, if you're gaming at 4 a.m., then yeah, okay, that's different. But like when you're playing in the evening, I think you can get some matches for sure, probably misinformation maybe, but I still stand by it. Like saying, okay, I got to master, never playing ranked again, kind of defeats the purpose of having a healthy ranked queue. In my eyes, at least. I don't know.
I only play that mode because it pops faster and I want character levels.
My healthier relationship with ranked is that I no longer have an excuse to play ranked, and I can actually enjoy the game.
I mean,
also we are getting
I can see that. But still.
We're getting the first winners top 8 match.
So is the top 8 locked? No, there's still a couple of.
We still got loser side, but it's not. It's coming along nicely.
Yeah, and the winner's side obviously is locked. So we have Fezin, Soki, Dudakov, and Light. So honestly, some usual suspects for the top 8 of the prominent weeklies.
These are the names you'd expect, yeah. Looking like a Seox mirror. Fidison has a bit of a Siegfried too, I've heard, but won the first one using Seox, so...
Yeah. So, there's a Siegfried.
No, he's done it! He's ruined Dudakov's day. We had a beautiful bracket of 3 Seox in top 8, and here comes Fidison to say Siegfried.
I really like this because I really want to see the Siegfried. I was about to say Siegfried Soki matchup, but it's the Siegfried Seox matchup. Because Siegfried obviously has the strength of having extremely commanding normals in the mid range, which is where Seox is lacking. At the same time, Siegfried has his really strong, let's say, medium fireball, which Seox is one of the few characters that can answer it cleanly on reaction with his heavy wall dive. So there's a lot of like small interactions which can swing the game wildly, basically, right? Because of just how much damage Seox can do now, and because Siegfried is, well, a damage powerhouse of his own. It's kind of his thing, right?
Yeah, it is... I remember, oh my god, just immediately saying no to one of the best projectiles in the game.
Yeah, I mean, when you have an answer for that projectile, you absolutely want to use it, because it's just so strong into neutral, just really hard to answer.
What if you couldn't jump or roll a projectile? Would that be fucked up or what?
Yeah, in the game that's like balanced around rolling and dodging the projectiles. Maybe that's not the best idea.
Fidison getting a stack of Magnians. This is gonna up his damage. I think it is just ups the damage scaling over 10% on everything, so even Brave Counter gets a buff from it. I think the only thing unaffected is his chip damage. Look at the chunk of one special move there.
Yeah, the 214M or 214X rather move as a whole, just such a commanding thing to throw out, because the risk reward is just there for you. Just getting a straight hit is like almost.
Oh, you fool! Oh, it got baited! I have not seen that super whiff before. Saki's the best player in the world.
Yeah, holding the wall dive into the wall stick, obviously something that when you're like actually getting more into Seox is something that you have to do a lot to mix up your offense and approach. And it's always gonna be basically safe, even against the most busted anti-fireball super that is the regular Siegfried SPA.
So we're seeing Fidison go for that a lot, the backdash shimmy. Because a lot of the time, walk back will not be. No!
Oh! Okay.
So, in a game of bad installs, this one is particularly rough. It's not gonna matter, he's gonna win because he's the best player in the world.
It's a weird install. I don't want to call it bad. It's very weird. So you sacrifice I think it's 40% of your current health, and then you get like a permanent buff that basically gives you...
No, you get one stack of Magnians forever, and you can never have more than one.
Yes, but you also get life back on your specials.
You do become Ragnar the Blood Edge.
Yeah. But it just sacrifices so much HP there. Anyway.
Fidison has been going for that so often, and it's worked out every time. Saki's not looking for a punish for it, I think. did go for a wake up 214H one time, but it's like, do you really want to wake up 214H?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? So when you're in the corner against Siegfried, it feels like he can play at a lot of different ranges in the corner. He can play in your face, he can space it out a little bit, he can even go like much further back into his far heavy range. And for a lot of characters, it is really, really awkward to do that. So it just kind of feels like you have a lot of situations where you're kind of unsure what to do against Siegfried in the corner. And that's kind of what he wants you to do, right? Like, he wants to be in that commanding spot where the mental stack is in his favor. There's that very weird thing that Sioux spots that we didn't see before. It's the 8H record follow-up in mid-screen, and you can follow up with a crouching medium, which you can then follow up, by the way, with raging strikes or a super non-cinematic still. It's a nice spot dodge.
Yeah, back to neutral here, which is... Oh no! A misconfirmed! Not a big punish there, but... Look at that damage off just an auto combo special. He doesn't even have stocks yet. He's just a slammy guy. Goodison tried to interrupt it. Surely not.
It's all going to depend on the combo limit. That's gonna get a... So when you're not in neutral, right, you just get guard crushed. So getting hit by that raging strike is going to give the combo 230.
Oh my god!
Take another round.
That damage for just he jumped.
That was a mistake, clearly. Unfortunate.
Speaking of damage, a nice chunk has 2 stacks of Magnius. Those backdashes for the shimmy still coming out.
Okay, this time starts, steals the corner, gets the big combo.
It's gonna be a nice chunk of damage. He's gonna lose those stacks of Magnius as well. So the Brave counter comes out. I like that heavy. It chases down the back hop off Rekka. Forgot what the input was. Oh, is this hitting? Oh.
It is. Yeah, that was exactly what I was about to say. So. Now that Fit is back on 100 meter, Saki really needs to pick his choices very, very carefully because both of his supers are just so good at punishing a lot of things. Is going to sniff out the EX parry and just cleanly answer it with a very quick SSBA. It's going to be a 2-0 to the Citizen. Very nice showing.
Yeah, no, very much felt in control the whole time. I like the backdash shimmies. If people are doing the delay tech or delay lights, it's a good way to just get yourself out of the range quickly and then...
And it worked really well. We saw a lot of whiffed grabs on Saki's side. So definitely something that Saki did not have the time to basically sort of like adapt within the confines of the set.
Putting wake up sweep into your opponent's RPS is a pretty powerful thing to have, I think.
It's mentally taxing, is all I'm going to say. Whenever I get hit by a wake up sweep, I'm done. I've lost. You can take the game.
But in this game, it's the right option sometimes.
Yeah.
You got a lot of backdashes on your wake up. It's like, all right.
Absolutely, and some sweeps are, better than others, like when you get hit by that Vera sweep, the Siegfried sweep, those are like very quick, very strong sweep options as well.
And now we have more Seahawks going up against Light Yagami's Vera. I hate what Dudikoff's wearing.
That's kind of like his... I don't want to say it's exactly his...
See, I liked the old battle, but I don't like the new battle. Anyway, like getting that 50 meter install. Vera's install U skills are just something else.
There's the CH hammer hit. So that was very interesting in my opinion. So Dudikoff went for the reset basically there. And just... Oh, he loves his close heavies, doesn't he?
See.
Safe pressure.
Oh, that's big damage here. Bouncing off the floor. Manages to miss the follow-up, unfortunately. But look, with that, life is almost tied already. Oh my god, she still gets the dash off the blocked ultimate version.
Yeah, so Vera is like has this very weird punish.
Yeah, you're dead.
Kill, right?
No? Oh, wait, yeah. I saw the
that's
DP come out and I was like, no, yeah, that's not where you DP. And then remembered, oh wait, yeah, Vera.
So Vera has this sort of like weird dynamic where her U skills are really strong, but she also wants to install because her install is, you know, the really good install of the game, right? Oh, it does not get the pickup from Garrett. Unfortunate.
Light was classically very good at finding those 5U installs, so I think he's gonna be fine in this meta.
Nah,
Old DP comes out. A hard knockdown. There goes for it as the parry punish, but gets thrown out of it at the end. There comes that 2-1-4U. That goes a little far.
Yeah, and Dudikov is just really willing to send all of those U skills that we seen the other CX players be a little bit more reserved with. And honestly, it's been working out really well.
Dudikov, it's not fair to call him a slopper. I think he invented it. It's his... The slop belongs to him. Everyone else just gets to rent it.
So, on the first couple of days of Rising, I was playing a little bit of CX. And I started doing Wake Up Close Heavy. And I understood, like, that this is not, like, it's not a slop. My man's got, like, an actual rigid plan. That thing is actually insane. And I'm pretty sure this is going to kill. Yes.
Yeah, no, that was off a counter hit 5JU.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, still very much stuck on the base Grand Blue sort of mentality, where you see the super at the end of a turn, and it almost never killed. But now it usually does.
Yeah, standardized damage, baby. Nice. Takes the Brave Cancel to get out, but just shoves straight back into the corner. Eating another big chunk of life into the super, gonna cash out early, take another Brave point. Now that Raging Strike is incredibly scary. Light Yagami, a young man in his prime though. I trust him to spot dodge them. Not that Dudikov has been using them on offense that much anyway.
Yeah, but I feel like this is exactly where if you wanted to use your offensive Raging Strike, this is where you would be, right? Like your opponent is very low. Before you got hit by this starter, you had a decent amount of life to work with, so you could take the risk. Now it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, now you're dead.
Yeah, that's gonna kill.
You choked on a frame trap, but no, uses the wrong DP. Gonna get himself out with that parry. Old Lumi comes out and gets dived from his troubles.
Yeah. That was very unfortunate, like, just using... actually, not even the HDP. I'm not sure why Light chose to go for the DP. And honestly, it's kind of like... I wouldn't generally say this, but I feel like it's uncharacteristic of Light to not choose the correct thing for the combos, right? Like, I feel like he's always just so solid on choosing the correct options on these combos. So that's kind of surprising to me. And this is going to be the kill on Dudikov's side.
Yeah, and another perfect. Ending both games on a perfect.
Yeah, just the way that, due to the length of the new CX combos, just like getting those close lights into close heavies feels like gives you just a little bit of extra time that you want in order to just cycle your cooldowns just a little bit better, a little bit faster, which is honestly so strong. Because
it's a little silly. One of his main weaknesses was combo routing. He only really had two specials you could combo off, which kind of limited him in some regards. You saw a lot of Seox combos end in auto combo spot dodge because of that. But now they just go on long enough that 214H is back. Let's go.
Yeah. And again, if you're like a base Grand Blue player and you're not used to that, it's, I think, very reasonable and very easy for you to get caught off guard and be like, yeah, okay, I just got hit by the serious combo, but even if I'm hit now, I'm probably not dead, right? He doesn't have cooldowns. But he does have cooldowns, and even if he doesn't have cooldowns, can go into the Raging Strike, Raging Chain to just get more time for that. Which, yes, you could do that same thing with the Rush confirms, on base, but not only did it give you less time, it also costs more meter, right? So I think that's definitely significant at this point. And the fact that getting hit by Raging Strike, Raging Chain on the ground leaves you crouching means that he also gets a starter that can be the Dwarf Rage, which also gives you more options with his routing and cooldown cycling.
That made my time on Yule in this game a lot more enjoyable. Honestly, that crouching state. Right now we're waiting on a couple of matches to end. Oh no, we have one of our top 8 matches. We got Sen KH versus Jack on the... Wait, Jack 2-0 Jumbo?
Damn.
What? What?
I wonder what character Jack played for that.
I know the guy's been grinding, but that is a huge win. On the other side, we're waiting to see who will fight Dako Wolf. It will be between Carlos and Peepo Hold. Hot damn.
Honestly, that's a huge job for Jack. Props to them. Probably use this here because I'm going to assume against Jundo's characters, but still not exactly the sort of like results you would expect. So that's really cool to see. And is going to be on the loser side of the top 8 against Sen KH, which is not a name that I'm familiar with. I'm going to be real.
He's a Sen KH is a Grimnir player. I know after this I'm going to be doing a big chunk of research because this guy was seeded 38th.
And also got the win over BU, which we did see earlier on the Zeta.
Yeah, who was able to beat Aramix. So, speaking of, People Hold also picking up that win at 48th seed.
I mean,
I gotta go deep diving.
I mean, that's both cool and exciting in my opinion, right? Like we got
this is the fun.
Players.
This is the fun of the first couple of weeks, I think, of just people showing up. We don't know that they're godlike, and it turns out, they're grinding.
Yeah, and maybe even if they're not godlike, they just have a good run and they go deep into the bracket, and that's also still super exciting when you're like watching players that you haven't seen on base, and I think that's just really, really cool to see. So now the top 8 is locked. Carlos did get the 2 on other People Hold.
I just want to hop in and like actually just give my opinion on this second as like the TO, because like seeding is my job, right? I see the bracket, so the bracket is fair for people, so that people have a nice time. It's nice and controlled. But yeah, beginning of a game's life cycle, it's always going to be a little bit sketchy. But I think I agree with you, Roku. I think it's actually quite exciting. It's a 0 stakes bracket. Sometimes you have those names that appear that just show up and start beating everyone. At the moment we're looking at Sen KH, who's sitting here in loser's side after going into this bracket unseeded. And I think, for a 0-6 tournament, stuff like that is really cool. So I'm excited to see how this set goes down, especially because it's Grimnir, and I love this character.
Yeah, Grimnir we don't get to see that much. Asaki's been playing him a bit, but has moved to a little more of a top 1 character. But I think Grimnir is like... He was looking really good early on, and I think he's just going to evolve into even better.
Yeah. He has a lot of cool stuff, but also he's a little bit harder to navigate compared to other characters, because honestly his defense is not just all that great at all, right? Like,
he has no meterless DP.
Yeah,
I was really surprised at that.
And his jump is just very annoying to use defensively because of the floaty state that it has. That's going to be a very quick super confirm from Jack, taking those BBs away.
Oh my god. Sorry. Selkie's saying he moved on to sloppier endeavors. Yeah, that right now it feels like the two cells in Saki's brain fighting each other, and the slop is winning. But right now, Senke actually starting the comeback. 0 BP comeback it's gonna have to be, but you're getting hits like that with the fire heavy. Yeah, nice round from Senke H. Went down so far early on and just did not crumble.
And this is also another definitely awkward thing when you're playing Grimnir against those parry characters, right? Where your fuzzies and your high lows are much less effective because they can actually be parried. Right?
I am personally a very big fan of that little interaction for no particular reason. Also nice
for this time.
Yeah, I think we went for a funny little setup there with the dive, but big clash, and it was still just presses it again. Nice use of the fireball here to try and stuff Jack's approaches, like, doesn't let him do a Rekka. The Grimnir Classic!
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to one of my seals, I'm gonna 5 you. I sure hope it doesn't send me into Narnia.
And that was also very unfortunate that 2H is like an insane vertical, like covers an insane amount of vertical space, but you're just like slightly off to the side, it's not gonna catch you. It's not gonna kill off of that punish. But both players now on a sliver of health. Sankh is gonna get the first game of the set. And honestly, very good.
Most 0 BP gamer I've seen.
I really like the fact that just is confident to, you know, go around the stage, do the Grimnir stuff when you're on the back foot, because both of those rounds, Jack, they came out guns blazing, got those big corner combos, confirmed on the super on the first one, went for the wall dive plus frames on the second one. But just Sankh felt like they were really calm and collected, just knew that, you know, it's not over until it's over. And Jack is going to switch to the Eustace, which I know that...
It's something we used to see from Dudikoff a lot, is this change in speeds. Going from such a fast character to a much more zoning matchup where the speed you have to play against him is incredibly difficult. Nice. Preventing the seals with that, with the slow kill. I like that.
I'm also really sure that Jack, they are more like comfortable playing the Eustace, so maybe it's also that the fact that maybe they haven't played against Grimnir that much, so they would rather play with the character that, you know, they feel like they know their stuff a little bit better and be a little bit more agnostic or ignorant, however you want to put it.
Just a little more cozy. So
and
far,
also,
a little rough on 0 BP here. Yeah, now
that's gonna
kill.
Also another thing. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get this point out, but I just keep going over you. I'm so sorry about that.
That's fine. Do it.
But the thing is, I feel like Eustace has this really cool ways of controlling the airspace, right? So I think maybe it's not exactly that it's that much of a great matchup, but just doesn't want Sankh to take to the skies with those 5 views, with those seals, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, another hit with that Raging Strike. And it's kind of been finding those times where Jack isn't covering with slow kill. Nice, gets over that ultimate Flamek. And beats the...
Into the throw. This is your final interaction. Gonna go for the reversal. Is going to get blocked. Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's not exactly that it's fairly easy to predict, but at this point, when your opponent is in 1 life, there's no wrong choice to get that, right? Like, you're not going to die from 1 interaction, even if you're hit by that, or if you block something else and let them get out of the corner scot-free, you're still very much in the lead, in control of that set. So Sankh is going to get a pretty commanding and quick 2-0 over Jack.
Yeah, he will of course be punished for his crimes of defeating our old friend Jack by having to fight Promenade's own Light after in a couple of games. But first we're going to have Dakawolf versus Carlos. 2 people we haven't seen in Promenade brackets before, but both of them managing to make it to top 8.
Yeah, and again, speaking of top 8, props to Jack for beating Junzo. Not an expected outcome, very well earned top 8 for going through that gauntlet. Just want to give that props to them. And again, speaking of props, Carlos is one of the people that I've seen both in the HAB Discord and previously on the GSD EMEA Discord, one of the people that has been very vocal about being excited for Rising. So I'm really happy to see him, entering the brackets, getting those surveys, going far with it. That's really cool in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it goes to show you just how important having that background in competing can be. To roll up to your first Grand Blue tournament and get top 8 is like...
Yep.
It shows not only, like, the strength as a player, but also that you have the mentality to be able to grind tournaments like this. We're going to see how that mentality holds up against Mr. Lancelot.
Yeah, so we did see a little bit more of Daggerwolf previously, having some very commanding games against Jack. So let's see how this one is going to go.
How are you going to fare against being sent to Street Fighter 4 on Xbox Live?
That's... okay, that's another discussion, regardless.
There he goes! Did you see how long I was there for?
That was very weird.
Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising for Nintendo GameCube.
It's the side switch.
Nice, the
Love
double
it.
bounce.
Yeah.
That combo is really nice. Cagliostro still has some very cool looking stuff. I know a lot of her old sauce combos are diminished a bit, but the new stuff people are finding is really cool. Lancelot damage is not something I like to see. Nice gets the ult DP out.
Yeah, and you just get like the same old very nice heavy fireball setups from before. This is very choppy. Still, it's gonna be another side switch. Stops the Rekka prematurely into that throw. A very classic move from Lancelot players, very effective. He's gonna get the first round.
Probably a bit stronger now with the new throw range too.
Yeah, and the changes on the throw setup as well just makes it much harder to anticipate. And you don't really want to be mashing on that, so getting those fuzzy sort of like mash throw techs is harder on this one as well.
I'm sorry, this character has 2 ult skills that just leave you standing.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
And they are both incredibly strong. They can be used in the middle of combos. They can be combo starters. It's just... it's the thing, like, when we talk about... that was absolute madman behavior. I kind of love it. I kind of hate it at the same time.
I will say, with this kind of a life lead, not the worst choice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be able to close out the round anyway, but oh my lord. Man was like, I have a move literally called Gorilla Blade. I'm gonna run up DP instead.
Yeah.
I gotta take it a step further.
I'll be honest, I got hit by that. I would never have expected that to happen. I would
yeah, no, I was mashing sweep.
Yeah, for sure. And at the same time, Carlos did not get the punish onto that, so nothing can really happen. And there's the, you fireball, now you're slower, I'm coming in for the throw, you better not fade that, because you're gonna get a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Daggerwolf is going to not go into the full combo, he's gonna drop it, but still. And the slide is just so effective against this traps as well, isn't it?
Sends you so far. Get a Brave cancel out, get the corner. Big counter hit here. This should be the kill. Has the 100 meter. What are you doing? Stop scaring me. Okay, no, he's just trying to do something cool instead.
You have the kill with the super and just going to the only combo that Lance can drop. Honestly, I respect it.
I'm just staring dead-eyed at his meter like, don't do this, man.
Listen, if I was playing against them on ranked, I'd be like praying for to drop and then just be toxic in my head, only in my head, never outwardly. But honestly, when you're watching this happen, I'm here for it.
I will say, I do appreciate people doing the cool shit.
Yeah.
Going
again,
for it again here.
Does not have the meter for the super quite.
Yeah. He does. He did get it.
Yeah, so I did not know that you could get that heavy Rekka into close light blink. That's really cool. Definitely something I'm going to be trying to do later on today.
It's something with the launch from Raven Strike, I guess. The reversal super coming out gets blocked, but doesn't give you that breathing room. The Gorilla Blade says no.
I mean, can you blame Carlos for getting hit by that? You've just done your super. It's one of those supers that is like basically safe on block. So if you don't spot it, you basically get sent full screen. So you're like, okay, can take a breath, can see what the next thing is going to be, and just hit by a full screen Gorilla Blade. I mean, I don't think anyone can blame him. Very commanding 2-0 from Dragon Warfare.
Definitely showing off a lot what Lancelot can do in this version, and it is a little gory, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to have to go up against Saki now. So we'll have to see that Lancelot into Seok's matchup. That can be a little bit tricky for Lancelot for sure. But honestly, at this point, it's tricky for Seok as well, right? Lancelot just honestly very juiced in this version of the game. And honestly, I think it's also quite exciting. Lancelot has fallen out of favor for the final almost year or so of base Grand Blue, and I think it's just such a cool character. Maybe he's a bit too strong now, I don't know. I'm not gonna judge that, but the fact that he's in the mix of characters that we'll be seeing, I think, a decent amount of, to me, is really cool. I really like him.
I'm happy to see him in the top spot again. He was top tier when the game came out initially, base Grand Blue, so it's kind of nostalgic to see him in that top spot again. Right now we are going to see a character who's going after one of those top spots. I hear a lot of American players especially talking about how strong Vera is. Definitely a contender for top 3 at least. Up against Senkei, H's, Grimnir.
Yeah, Vera definitely has those boxes, ticks those boxes of what kind of constitutes a really good Rising character, right? Like, good meter usage, big damage on the combos, good anti-air, which is definitely important. And she still builds more meter than the rest of the cast on average. It's just like not as egregious as it was previously. But you can see, like,
sent that ult skill at 50 meter on the dot.
Yeah.
The frame he got that, he sent it. Light's watching the bears, I'm telling you.
And I mean, violent options are kind of Vera players' the bread and butter, right? Like, it's a very violent character. The Vera players definitely use those really explosive options that are going to catch you off guard a lot, so it makes sense. And we're gonna get a big corner combo into the fuzzy. No, just gonna get hit by the safe jump. And has the seals to extend that combo. This should kill. Yes, it will.
I don't remember what the smash term for that was. It's something Fox does, but it's a very similar combo.
Yeah, doing the wave dashes.
Yeah, full wave shines. This is interesting to see, like, how are you supposed to... Oh! Brave counter! If that... I think that is an incredibly funny call-out, if you land the Raging Strike against that, but that's a 5-frame reaction.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I don't think that was, like, the intention, right? Like, almost certainly that was going to be a brave counter that, because...
He's huge! You're going off the corner! Oh, doesn't get the combo off that 6-6H.
I was really rooting for that. I really love those combos that incorporate the 6-6 ends and 6-6 H's into them. Really sad that it didn't.
Finding the reversal, the spot dodge though.
Yeah. You said it before. Light, in his prime, a young specimen ready to have those reactions tested. Oh, there's again the
odd reactions. None coming out there, but the meaty throw. The wake up throw is gonna... Oh, this is neat. That's a nice little combo. Get the U seal set up. The DP is gonna come out though, not eating that 4 seal mix up.
Yeah, honestly, playing against Vera and not having a mid-release reversal is just so rough. Because their offense is just can be so aggressive, right?
Speaking of reversals, as soon as one does come out, it gets faded.
Yeah.
It's like game 1 for Laito.
Yeah, it's just so rough. Like, yes, it's easier to react to those 2-1-4 Ms in Rising compared to base Grand Blue, but still, it's so hard traversing against Vera's offense without having those reversals. Yes, Brave Counter is a great option against that, but as we've seen before, if it gets called out, you melt. And
especially against Vera, a character even in the base game known for big sillies damage.
yeah, the Strive explosive damage, as a lot of people call it, is something that's maybe a little bit of a standard now. Ooh, that's a very nice extension.
I love Grimnir so much. He's so cool.
He's so cool. I know. I agree wholeheartedly.
Those fireball into link drill combos are so cool. Right now, coolness isn't going to save you from standing H anti-air.
Yeah. That's the anti-air that I talked about before. That close heavy anti-air is just very consistent because Vera can get anti-airs both of close and far buttons right, and just almost always converts into very big damage.
They are somewhat large in stature as well. And trying to brave counter these command throws. Maybe not familiar with the Vera matchup. I know in Europe there's a handful of them. Nice. Beats the shimmy with the ult DP and just seals right on out of there.
Yeah, reasonable. You don't want to be in the corner against Vera, especially when it's in the install. And honestly, this lead for Light feels very hard to reverse for Senkage. Let's see what he can do with it. Has all his BP. He is going to spend one on the Raging Chain here. He is going to get the corner combo into the mix. Goes for the low, gets blocked.
And back to neutral. It's so much scarier to be as Grimnir in this matchup. The lower damage character, that's gonna be it! Oh no, like drops it!
But now on chip point against Vera, yeah, that's very hard to fight against. And Light is going to take the second game as well. But honestly, I really liked a lot of the things that Senkage showed us between that reverse round on the first game and some really cool things that I haven't seen before. Props to them again for being one of the players that made top 8 that we're not very familiar with. Definitely would like to see them again.
Absolutely. I love watching Grimnir. The character's so cool.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I'm a big Grimnir fan. I want to see more Grimnirs. But now is going to be the Wrecker versus Wrecker matchup. The Siox versus the Lancelot. Let's see how Zakharov will fare with this.
Someone in chat calling it the Saki off. I like that. Saki Ox.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I prefer the sloppy.
Sloppy is I just don't feel comfortable calling him that. I'll be real. I don't like calling people sloppy.
It's
not a word I want to address someone as.
I understand it, but it fits so well, doesn't it? In a very weird way. So Saki versus Zakharov. Let's see how this one goes. And honestly, previously on base Grand Blue, this would be like one of those matchups that you would very quickly say, yeah, this is like Siox's favorite. But I'm not sure how. I feel like both characters have very strong tools to fight against one another.
Yeah, it's interesting. Instead of bringing Siox down near the Lancelot's level, they appear to have just put them both up higher than they ever used to be. Right now, some interactions are happening with round start BP.
Yeah, this is something that we've seen from Zakharov before, I think, against Carlos, which did work. There's a please wait attention screen.
Oh my god, I was wondering if that was just me, and I was like, it's back. The ghosts are back. The ghosts
That's exactly why I said I want to know if it was on me or not. There's the Brave counter bait again, and this is the big combo with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Blade into the corner. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it doesn't have the meter to reset it again, but still you're taking 60% here into the meaty fireball, but that jump out, it's a new game, but Saki has still got his old tricks of excellent fuzzy jump, but gonna die to the air hit on that 6XL.
Yeah, that counter hit Gorilla Blade giving you those combos is just so important right now because you can just extend them with the Raging Chain. with the 662, which, yeah, it won't do, a whole lot of damage because of cooldown scaling, but still, you get that grounded hits. That's a lot of damage and
this routing! That was
into the corner,
really clever routing. Again, hits combo him a bit early because that was hit off an air hit initially. Okay, nice air move in there, and gonna hit that brave counter. Oh, the double 6-6L. Eat these knees.
And back into the other corner now. Saki is going to escape. I feel like we've seen so many whiffed raging strikes in those two games.
Yeah, that was a weird one there. It felt like they were both doing it.
That's gonna be the kill. Ooh, again, some issue. Connection, I presume.
Yeah, maybe one of the far reaches of Europe to Europe.
Oh, game is going into ultra end states.
Oh, okay, that was on your end then. That's fine.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, Saki getting a big hit. God, I love Seox's triple attack high ender. It's such a cool kit.
It's so stylish, isn't it? Yes.
And now,
okay, I am back as
to
well.
Neutral, but a huge lead here for Saki. But that is going to change. Oh, it doesn't get the full combo. That actually genuinely would have tied up life totals. It's so much damage. But this should definitely do it. Raging Strike, extension. Going for that. Gonna hit that light into... He built so much better!
Yeah, that's the same combo that we've seen previously, and I think that's just really... just the perfect routing that you can go for. Build the meter, spend it instantly, is going to get that throw, gonna get the first game to Tackle Wolf.
I was looking at his meter after he did the ult skill, and I was like, yeah, he's only got 20 bar, so he can't end on the extension with another ult skill, and then just he supers. I'm like, what?
Yeah, between just getting so many hits into that combo and the heavy Rekka building so much meter, it's actually an absurd amount that you get back.
So he's getting like 8 from his 10 heavy. You get so much meter from his 10 heavy, what the?
Yeah. And the fact that, Lancelot uses both 2 medium Rekkas or can use several Rekkas in his offense just means that he's one of those characters that actually builds a lot of meter right now. Saki, is he gonna go into the super? Yes, he will. Take that final BP from Tackle Wolf. Now 1-0. Does have the meter though to answer on this wake up. Let's see what's gonna be the choice.
Just here, you're even dead to throw. So much extra damage. I like using that 6XL as a chase down. That's the kill though.
Yeah.
Just to find a hit and take it to set point.
And this is one of the things that let's say Seox lost, not exactly lost, but you can actually punish the Rekka backdash with 6XL if it's like very quick. So this is something that adds another layer to the whole way that you have to interact with this Rekka. But it's actually punishable now on some occasions, which is definitely something that people need to be ready for. Ooh, catches the fuzzy jump. Does not get a full combo though. Does a 2H. Ooh!
Yeah, too high up
the
for
fireball.
that. You said that was unblockable. You lied to me.
Air unblockable, I said.
Air unblockable, okay.
Okay, I didn't say it was. If it was unblockable, that move would have been absolutely absurd. I mean, come on, it's strong. It's not that strong.
It cost 50 meters.
Yeah.
Also, that was a lot of damage. Seox, why can you do this now?
Yeah,
just needs one more
away,
hit.
right?
Yeah, one throw or anything here is going to be enough. But we've seen Dako win from this position before, and that's going to be a good start. No double 6XL this time.
Okay, gets knocked down. Saki is going to escape. Yeah. Oh! This is going to kill Stephanie, right? No! Drops it! Catches that fuzzy jump. Honestly, I think Saki thought he was dead as well and just didn't do something afterwards because we've seen this small pause between both players. But damn, Zakharov with the 2-0 off of Saki and showing those huge ass Lancelot combos that we talked about is going to be facing Light in the next stage of the loser bracket. And honestly, it's been a really strong run from them. Obviously, a player that I feel like we've seen on other EU brackets, but still, just having those really commanding games, and that honestly, that U Gorilla Blade to finish that previous round was just nasty.
That's a really interesting option. I wonder if it's a clean win, or if Saki was trying to do something else. But the idea, because that has been something that like very few characters have actually been able to punish, the backdash off of Brekka. So if Lance has that now, maybe there are other old skills too that can chase it down. So that's pretty interesting.
So I don't want to be misinformation, fella, so let me just check Dustloop real quick. But I am fairly certain that another huge thing about the U-Gorilla Blade is the fact that, yeah, it's -4 on block. So it's actually safe on block as well, right?
You love to see it.
So this is just... like, all of his U skills, except obviously from the reversal, are safe on block and are great to extend your pressure. And they are great combo starters. And that's just, like, so strong. Because even if Saki blocks that, it's still, okay, it's his turn, yes, but he doesn't get anything out of it except for starting his pressure. Anyway.
Here we have another match. Another Seahawks versus Siegfried.
Yep,
There's so much Seahawks. And they say Nier is the problem. This guy ain't even cute. He is, actually. Oh my. Nice upfront damage here for Dudikoff.
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see if and how Dudikoff is going to approach this matchup differently from how Saki did.
So far it is getting a perfect.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very good strategy, personally.
Honestly, I think it's a strategy that I would choose every time, but for some reason I feel like it. Anyway, unrelated. So what I've noticed is that also Dudikoff went twice into the 8H like a follow-up, which both times Fiddy did not respond to.
Yeah, maybe gonna be able to take. Oh, this is nice.
This is huge. Yeah.
Ground bounce. Oh my god, where it has he gone? Are you okay, Mr. Seahawks? Do you need a doctor?
Yeah, that's death. Yeah, getting hit by those Siegfried 2Hs is just so huge. He gets that charge 214M, and then he has a plethora actually of follow-ups between 2M. Sometimes you need a far heavy, sometimes he gets far medium. It just seems like he has so many options on his routing. So
again, we're seeing those backdashes as an option from Citizen. Definitely favoring it, and it was working well against Saki. We'll see if it works similarly against Dudikoff. Dudikoff a bit more willing to commit to high-risk, high-reward options on Wake Up. Right now, just being able to run his offense pretty convincingly. A nice chunk of damage, cashing out into the super right away, getting the BP back that he spent.
Yeah. Really like those super confirms. Like, yes, you don't have your U skills, but then just getting that BP is so huge. And this is going to be a huge combo. It's going to not have the meter for that Raging Chain, so cannot finish down that. But you get hit by a far heavy into the...
Oh, he wasn't close
enough.
enough.
Cinematic. But yeah, that was exactly what I was about to say. So you do all that, and then you get hit by a far heavy into the 214H, and then you're just like, oh, my HP is gone. I wonder where it went.
Yeah, I saw the two Magnian stacks and the super, and I was like, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, if he was just slightly closer, it was actually over, so can't blame anyone for that. There's the 2M follow-up again. Big corner carry. Starts the pressure.
Probate, nice DP coming out from Phyllis. I'm not gonna eat that stuff. And this time we're not seeing the backdash come out.
That's a huge hit.
Get actually bifurcated.
Yeah.
Baiting that. Okay, this time the dive is gonna work out.
It's a full combo now with the Raging Chain into the 214H. Oh, is this going to hit? It is.
Punish. This shouldn't quite kill. But just needs one more hit. For this, a nice parry from Dudikoff. Expecting that slam to come out.
Yeah, parries are very strong against Siegfried, specifically for that. The slam is just... It feels like hitting a 4 button into one of the slams is just very safe for him. But then if you can call this out with the parries, especially those that have longer active frames, it's just a very easy way to go through that. That's going to be a close heavy starter, however.
That was a nice chunky frame shot. Nice DP calling out the 5U. U-dive come out, gonna get blocked. Not plus like the H version.
Yeah, really loving the options that Citizen has been going for. Obviously, no stranger to Seox whatsoever, as the CS players themselves. But yeah, it's just very much ready for those cheeky little Seox options and ready to counter them. And is going to bait out the parry into the kill. Honestly, kind of surprised that did not get the SPA cinematic there. That's a big hit as well from the round sides.
That would have been the kill. God, those follow-ups are so massive. Nice, the air stole coming out. Tries to anti-air, but that's a losing battle against this character, unfortunately. Okay, BC's out. Tries to grab, but the wake-up U-dive comes out. Look at the reward for this.
Yeah, huge damage. He's gonna go into the combo limit. Does not matter. Gets hit.
Catches a fuzzy jump, yeah. Just gonna end it right there. Oh, that parry held for long enough.
Yeah.
Citizen expecting it to be gone. Tries to 2H that. Now, oh, you goodbye.
Yeah, and this time it is close enough. Is going to get the full cinematic. And this sure will be Durikov's death, Durikov's demise.
My man got cut in half.
Yeah, Citizen evening out the score. 1-1.
He looks so pleased with them after. He just killed someone. Reduced them to atoms, and he's just like,
I mean, okay. Would you not be pleased if you reduced Six to atoms in-game?
No, I love him.
In-game! Ooh, that's a very nice option. The M parry goes into the air, gets the full combo. There's the sweep of turnabout. So strong, honestly.
Massive, massive sweep. Citizen going for a lot of heavies as his pressure stairs instead of close lights. I think trying to target options like delay mash, delay throw. Again, that interaction going the way of the Seox player.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Holding the wall stick there gives the Seox the advantage on that interaction. Durkov is going to go into the super, get that BP advantage back. He's going to get TP though.
Dive coming through that projectile. Ooh, backdash not getting clipped there. It looked like it was about to, but the parry. That's gonna be it for Dudikov.
Yep, very nice frame trip there. Going to get the first round. Love how back and forth this set is, honestly. And both players just actually recognizing, you know, both player and character, I feel like, habits, which makes it very exciting. This is going to be a huge hit. Does not get the extension there, sadly. Doesn't matter, is still going to get...
Oh, gets the stack. The double stack, Ender.
Okay.
That's sick. Okay, U-dive coming out. Go for the punish. Goodbye.
Yep. This one's definitely going to hit, and is going to get the round as well.
Killing people from other generations.
That SPA is so good at punishing things.
I don't know, we've seen it fail more times than we've succeeded. Maybe Siegfried balanced?
Honestly, I'm not sure what other characters can actually win those interactions, however. It's just so good.
And that BP is so massive.
Speaking of good reversals, that BP goes forwards. Very reminiscent of some Percival stuff. And honestly, I mean, that's kind of the thing, isn't it? Feels like Percival is just the older kid, and now the younger child, Siegfried, is getting his toys. Big anti-air into the kill there.
Now we're going back to room.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, it's just this is one of those weird sort of dynamics in this matchup, right? Like, yes, Seox has big damage, but guess who has more damage? It's Siegfried. And it feels like the risk reward is kind of skewed towards him a lot of the times, and it's something that Fiddy does end up leveraging during the set, right? Like, as you said before, using those heavy buttons, getting those big starters, those big meaty damage starters, that just you get hit by like once or twice, and then you're like, I'm not sure what I can do now because my life is so low, where just getting hit by one thing is going to kill me, right?
Getting into... We're 2-1 on that, right?
Yes, Fiddy's up to.
Fortunately did not get the room swapped.
That was a big bait as well. Another thing that's just so annoying about Siegfried is the fact that his Rekka, he's ready, man. He's just ready. So a big thing about his Rekka
an animation
is that a lot of the damage is not front-loaded, and it's on the follow-up. So when you guess incorrectly against follow-ups, you still take a lot of damage, which is not generally the case with follow-up attacks in Grand Prix. This throw is definitely going to kill, yes.
Goodison putting himself on sat plant in the winners finals, trying to go back-to-back.
Gets the counter hits. Going to be a combo starter into the corner. Obviously does not have meter for options yet. Is going to obvious a little bit with the parry. No punch, however.
Yeah, no. In the corner himself, tries to get the throw, but Goodison ready. Actually whiffing fire heavy. Oh my god.
That was
on whiff and everything, it's just...
It's just getting caught by that Rekka just feels so bad. It's so huge, but I mean, you're sure you're gonna be fine there. There's going to be the Raging Strike into the super. There's gonna be one interaction away from death. There's the far heavy.
Find that.
And I feel like
far away frame trap too.
Yeah, like Seox always likes to do, and especially Dudakov, always like to do those close lights into heavy button frame traps, which are just so much more potent in Rising. So this is not just like a Seox buff, this is like a Dudakov buff, right? In a lot of ways in my mind.
Throwing the ult parry. Goodbye meter.
Fiddy was ready for those parries back to back.
Oh, you took his own parry too! Oh my god.
And another one.
So ready. And now you can't avoid this one!
Yeah.
Is he getting the animation? No.
Yeah, but he was way too close there. Like, even if you wall stick at this point, just because you were in the corner and the distance between you and Siegfried is still going to get hit. Understandably, maybe he felt like this was a sort of like safe option because, well, the other times it worked completely fine, but situation was slightly different there. Fiddy is going to get it. 3-2-1 over Dudakov. Onto what into what felt very strong throwing from Fiddy there.
Yeah, no. Those backdashes on Wake Up or on Oki are really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
You just do a really good job of hunting, delay mashes, delay throws.
Just give me a second. There's something wrong, so I'm going to have to go into the Discord share, I'm pretty sure. Or I'll have to actually just leave the room and come back.
You're off the gap for me.
Yeah, something's...
Please let us do this with
No, that's definitely not a side game thing, that's on me. I'm back into the spectate, so it should be fine.
And now they must simply remember to first the two. It's okay if they mash, we'll just scream at them. But yeah, this is back to first to two for this match, and then for the rest of the tournament, it'll be first to three.
So,
if NA had its way, we wouldn't have to do this at all.
So light against Tackle, yeah. Again, like every time that I see Lancer on my screen, and I'm seeing the other character, I'm thinking to myself, this might be rough, because Lancelot's wrist reward is just not great. But then, that's not true anymore, right? So, it's just very hard for me to evaluate those sort of like matchup dynamics when Lancelot is on the screen right now.
Something more important than character matchup right now is the player matchup. Lancelot is a character that is kind of forces you into scrambles and tries to make you like cave on something that you shouldn't, and Light is really, really good at playing matches that are like that.
Yeah, that is a very fair point, but I want to raise the counterpoint that Tackle-Off is not one of those players that Light has played with a lot, right? So when we talk about player matchup, I feel like Tackle-Off kind of has a slight advantage over others by being, you know, relatively, obviously, within quotation marks, new to the Rising scheme. However, this reversal is going to get blocked into the very safe end with the super for the first round. Light is going to take away that game. Yeah, and that's the throw bait that I really love to talk about.
Nice DP there on reaction from Light. And getting the auto combo 5U. He's really playing the hits tonight.
And, you know, conversely, just as I said about how, you know, Light hasn't played at all against Tackle-Wolf, that's true on the other side as well, right? So maybe not very familiar with the fact that Light absolutely loves that 5U command grab, absolutely loves going into that install and having the meter disappear. So that's a big combo still. This is going to take away all the BP. Yeah.
This last hit's going to do a nice chunk of damage. Still going to be just a last hit situation for both players. The Light just blocking all of that out. Now Mansion stand heavy.
Yeah, block button check and Light comes up on top of that. Honestly, makes sense. I think real players have been subjecting people to block button check, so it makes sense that they would be aware that they need to be using that.
This is also one of the first fighting games that Light has played, and I feel like the newer you are to fighting games in general, when you play this, the more good you are at using the block button.
Yeah, because like, yeah, if you're coming from a game that does not have that, then you're just going to be holding them back, but if you start off with a game that has that, then much easier to adapt to that.
He's bad. This will be stat point for Light. One Honda.
Yeah, it will be, absolutely. Very commanding game from Light, just not letting Tackle-Off breathe. It feels like between just those 5 U's on the previous round and just like getting those big damage combos now. Honestly, this is a big thing, right? Especially when you're playing in this like later stage of the bracket where psychology is just a huge factor, and like whether or not you're scared of something or someone is a very big factor. Now another big 2H.
Yeah, I can't believe how high that Raging Strike hit up. The Raging Chain dragging it down for the rest of the combo. Oh, nice air stall getting around that 2H. Getting out a nice chunk of damage from his trouble. Now already, that meter penalty gone. Trying to build back up to 100 bar already. Oh, this should hit! Oh, he's dead! Not quite too high for that 214H. Okay, hits with that. Goes to 1 BP, but Tackle-Wolf is on 0. This is very, very scary. Goes for the DP, it gets blocked, but it's safe.
Yep.
Okay,
coming up from that wall.
So careful. 50 meter on the side of Tackle-Wolf. Gonna put himself on 1 BP. Wolf's dead!
There it is. There's the coming down on that reversal.
Yeah, Light sending the EX DP of his own, but it's gonna lose to the ult DP. Tackle-Wolf keeping himself alive.
Yeah, I almost managed to get that full combo extension there from that Turbulence follow-up on round start. Does not need it, however, is still going to get those big hits. And that's a huge fire heavy confirmed.
Yeah,
big
why can you do that?
He needs it.
Oh my god.
Really. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's what I was talking about. This is, like, this combo is just a little bit finicky. It's not exactly that it's hard, But whether or not you get, that tap from the wall, obviously means whether or not you follow up with it. Regardless, Tao does not need that damage. He's just cruising through that second game, and we're going to go to the last one now. Yeah. Let's see who's going to come out on top.
Ooh, nice throw on that cross up. And now more throw setups. Can hit with the meaty that time. The DP coming out again. Those reaction DPs to the fireball. Just gonna brave counter out. Doesn't want to block the ult projectile.
I honestly love those DPs coming from Light on those heavy fireballs so consistently. Because it's just something that you don't want to let Lance get away with. Is going to get the hit. No follow-up again, sadly.
Yeah, getting a little greedy trying to get the heavy there. I think maybe just not high up enough for it. The wall jump is gonna get Wolf out of the corner. The BC comes out though. He's only on one now. If Light wants to use those raging chains, he's going to have to spot dodge them. Might not have a chance to come up though. That is gonna be the kill and put Wolf on set point.
And I was just so convinced that Light had this round just because literally hitting Wolf once in install, no BP, you're dead. But then just getting those two hits very cleanly back to back, getting the damage from the U skills into that extension, and now Wolf is in the commanding position, has the lead on the set. Let's see how Light responds.
We're seeing a different style of pressure coming out from Light than what he's shown early on, and for a while was hitting quite well. Nice whiff punish on that throw. We're seeing a lot more. The rough up install! Light!
No, it's fine, because it's
marbles are gone.
Safe.
It's what? No, it's not.
It's a -8.
Stop
that range.
At
that range, it was safe, no? Because only being -8, Wolf is jumping away. I can see no reason, but still, there's the combo. He's still going to drop it, but gets the second extension. This is definitely going to be it. Wolf is going to run away with it. Very nicely done. And honestly, he's just been tearing through this losers bracket. The 2 over Colors, the 2 over Soki, and now the 2-1 over Light. Wolf advances to the loser finals against Dudikov. Is going to have to go against a Seox again, but honestly, did really well the previous time. Let's see what this set is going to give us. Honestly, that was a little bit unfortunate for Light because Wolf did drop those wall bounce combos, or like rather wall stick combos where he jumps off after the Gorilla Blade. But you need to be ready for when your opponent, drops the combo or leaves a small gap. Unfortunately, Light was not on those situations. And honestly, given the way that he traversed the final round, it felt like he was playing a little bit more erratic than usual. Understandably, when you're down, facing the barrel of the gun, sometimes you can get a little bit anxious and
I think he just wanted
mistakes that can cost you.
I think he wanted to just turn up the aggro a bit, and it was working out, but Wolf just found the speed again.
Yeah, I feel like he has been very good during this bracket at just like actually dictating the pace of the match and just switching between those faster. Love the 668.
Yeah, this was an interesting pickup. Really nice start here for Wolf. The safe jump into throw. That time gets the hit, but looks for something with the spot dodge. Finds parry. Able to keep going here. Misses the ult link. And now it's Dudikov time. Never mind.
One-off kill.
Chip here. That does leave a little gap at the end, so chip kills are up back on the table.
And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that only one H record was enough to chip, because Dudikov was not on chip point when this interaction started, so definitely another thing to watch out for.
Yeah, the last bit of record leaves a gap in it.
Yeah.
That you have to DP if you're on chip point.
Or spot dodge, right? It's taken there. You should be able to.
Yeah, or just brave counter.
I love this combo. I am going to go to love this afterwards. I just love how you end with the heavy wrecker into the close lights.
Oh, that's a nasty interaction for Seox. That multi-hit projectile.
Ooh, he's ready.
Yeah, no, none of that funny cross-up stuff gonna work here. Nice, the ult dive coming out, trying to chase the turbulence. It doesn't hit the up kick, and now Dudikoff gonna cash in on a lot of damage here, taking the risk. Actually, it's not a risk on this HP. Being on no BP is the same on being as 3. Gonna bait that Brave counter and get the kill.
Love that option. Doing that air assault with the 214M in the air to then get the Brave counter out, but still be able to link your jumping button. Absolutely love that. Dudikoff back on the board now.
There we go, the reversal, close, heavy. Now rewarded even more than it used to be. Again, those up kicks are not, the flip kicks are not getting called out.
Yep.
This is going to be giving Dudikoff a lot of extra power in this matchup.
The first one that hit it was called out, but the next two are not, which I find interesting, if anything else, which is exactly what you said before, that sometimes, even if you still go for the same option, it's up to your opponent to stop that. So even if your opponent shows that, yes, they can react to it, or maybe they're ready for it sometimes, does not mean that you have to like completely abandon that option altogether. So I really like that.
Yeah, you gotta put the RPS in their minds, but Ekelwolf gonna go up. Game 1 here. This is first to 3. Okay, that's a nice whiff punish there. Already pushed most of the way to the corner. Nice air to air. He's gonna get so much off of this. We're gonna see that big long loop. Never mind, but baits the parry. Okay, yeah, now we're getting to see the big loopy boy. Yeah. Into the EX. Oh no, just straight in the super.
I like that. I like the fact that even though we've seen Ekelwolf go for the more stylish, perhaps a little bit more risky, but more rewarding combos previously, just realizes here, but regardless of how much damage this combo does, it's still going to be one interaction away from kill, just goes for the safe route here. And I really like that when you see players doing both those things. Yeah, some very nice movement there.
It again just shows a very good knowledge of playing in tournaments like this. Right now, just going for max damage here. Gonna get that light link in.
There's again.
So much meter gain.
I've seen these happen 4 or 5 times so far, and I just love it every time. I don't know. The Brave counter, probably, I think, not much more to do there.
Absolutely just gotta keep the corner after the... He blocked the 2-1-4 X, so... Just want to keep the corner. So he tries to air the big X. Is this hitting?
It's hitting.
This is a funny man.
Now, only 1 BP left.
Getting very low. The run-up ult DP is gonna land. Just gonna go through the Oomphy. And now going for that chip kill again. Nice spot dodge from Dudikoff. This might not be enough for the kill. It is never. What the?
That was what a scramble, honestly, because.
What do you mean you can pick that up now?
Ekelwolf goes for the same setup for the chip as before, understands that Dudikoff is probably going to respond to it, does the spot dodge, but then Dudikoff is ready for the next follow-up with his own spot dodge. Great scramble there from both players, honestly.
Yeah, I talked earlier about Light being good in scrambles, but Dudikoff is no stranger to them either. Very, very good in high-pressure situations like that. Nice spot dodge! Goes for the ult punish.
Yep.
Now look at that damage already, and we're not done. We're not even close to done. Okay, ends it with that.
No setup.
Rekka.
Ooh,
catch that spot dodge.
Damn. I really like this. I really like the way that Ekelwolf is actually switching it up on his combos, on his setups, despite showing up to the previous set, generally more or less the same things. Is just showing new things on those last 2 sets of the top 8 and actually catching people off guard. And it makes sense. Like, if you've been looking at his sets, or if you've been playing with him and he's doing those things before, this is what you're going to expect. But now we've seen those new things, and that's actually just perfect. Big counter hit as well here. Is going to stop the combo early, but back into the Raging Strike. This is probably going to go into the super, yes. Again, love this. Just understands that regardless of how long this combo is going to be, the situation is going to be the same. Goes for the short combo, Dudikoff gets clipped by the fireball into the kill, and now Ekelwolf on set point.
Yeah, kind of running away with this right now. 6-6L starting up for Dudikoff. Just sending a lot of them. They're not being interrupted or contested at all, and manages to get the corner off of it. Nice jump out in response to that. There comes the parry. Has not had much success with them in this set, but finding the spots to use them. There's the Raging Strike. Is he going to cash out on Super? Yeah, get that point back. Take one from the opponent.
Yeah, that's
and like you said, you're just one more hit away from the kill, so it doesn't matter if you have the meter or not. He tries to skate on out. Very close to dead, but he's shown before. It hasn't mattered. Dudikov not choking on those JUs. Chokes on this one, though! Third time's the charm.
Let's see.
And now,
take pressure.
Game Boy mode is not going to stop Dudikov from hitting that back throw. He was forged into late base netcode.
Yeah. Great patience from Dudikov on the interactions. He did get hit by one of them, but honestly, understands, has a huge life lead, just needs to be patient, just needs to not get hit by one of those big starters on the frame traps, and is taking back the round. But now Dakov is definitely answering back into the safe jump, goes for the throw.
Interesting spot dodge there. Showing for his trouble. Nice attack. Ooh. Nice snipe on 214X. That was...
What? No way. The almighty 214H gets clipped by the 66L. That button really does everything. And Dakov gets it.
Yeah,
gets the setup, and Dudikov is going to advance to the grand finals with a great showing.
Yeah, he has been on a tear in this loser's top 8. Now going all the way to fight Citizen.
I'm just trying to remember, who was it that dropped him into losers? And it was Dudikov. So
okay, so getting the run back, that's sick.
Yeah, I mean, he has truly been through the Seox gauntlet. First fighting Dudikov, gets sent to losers, then having to fight Sarkis Seox, and now Dudikov again. And it feels like after the first 2-0 from Dudikov, he's just been on, ready to respond to everything that this character has to send his way. And even though, thankfully for him, he doesn't have to go through the ultimate Seox gauntlet with Fiddy playing Siegfried today, I kind of would want to see that. I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of a bad fella for that, but
he could pull it out for the
culture. Yes, but at the same time, I feel like Fizzin has been so comfortable with the Siegfried based on what we've seen, to the point where I'm not very certain, even if he gets reset here, if he would swap. Obviously, not in the playset, but that's just, my gut instinct.
Yeah, getting into the grand finals. Fidison, his second time here in 2 weeklies. Dakowolf making his debut, I think, in Promenade in general, but getting straight to grand finals on his first go, and right now, definitely making a good show of it. Oh my god, it's 19 seconds into the
meter. It's crazy. Like, you keep saying it, and I keep saying nothing about it, but this one, was absolutely egregious.
Also, sorry, that was a misspeak for me. It wasn't 19 seconds. The clock starts at 99. It was 18 seconds to a super. Right now, Fidison just bleeding right now. But still, it's the kind of character that only needs one hit. Look at how much life was taken. That air stall's gonna get caught by the second part of 2-2-U.
Great option. Lands a character that doesn't have the best 2H for anti-airs. It's a little bit inconsistent. At the same time, Siegfried has the air still as well. So what does Dakowolf does? No 2H. Just do the big all air unblockable, as you said before. Very nice option. But now Fiddy, ready to fight back, gets the corner, third throw in a row.
Yeah, this is how Fidison plays. It just, I'm gonna take you out with basic strike throw. It's fundamental for a reason. It's gonna get hit by the PS2 SF3 mix-ups.
Oh, that's a huge starter.
Yeah, this should be kill. Only has 25 bar, actually, never mind, that wall bounces from a million miles away. Half of that Rekka missed and still killed.
Yeah, when you're launched that high and you get hit by that heavy Grail Blade, the wall bounce is just really egregious. It feels like sometimes in Rising. Yeah, there's the huge switch.
Yeah. Gets the corner off at that fireball, just gonna carry it all the way in. The command throw hits. Look at all that health gone already in so few interactions. Oh, whiffs the Raging Strike, and Wolf ready for it. Gonna take full advantage. Gets a hit, almost back into the corner. Still a chunk of that Magnian stack left, though. Nice reaction.
Hits, absolutely.
Yeah, this is one of the supers that always animates, so gonna get full animation on that. 1 BP left here for Citizen. Next hit's a lot of damage, but you tried something, you fool.
How dare he?
You were trying to play the game against 100-meter Siegfried? Why?
It's a nice jump out. There's
nice delay on that DP, actually. Oh, nice air scroll! Yeah, Wolf, I think, expecting to block a jump in and wanted to Brave counter it instantly, but instead getting the Raging Strike because of that air stall. Yeah. That delayed heavy not working out this time. Wolf mashing a little faster than Citizen's other opponents. Okay, now it's time. It's the throw whiff. It's a big slam. Got a nice chunk of chip damage.
Yeah, that's the risk that we're talking about. Like, doing spot dodge on... that's gonna hit. But yeah, doing spot dodge on 6 fireballs feels very risky at times, especially on those spacings. And even though Fidi did not get like a huge punish level of it, you still get this 6-6L that's just like very good for you to start your pressure, putting you at a great spacing. And speaking of spacing, again, honestly, the way that Fidden has been moving back and forth from his opponents throughout this entire bracket has been phenomenal.
Just he's getting so much out of these backdash shimmies. Yeah. It's so strong for him.
And he's just so good at just controlling the pace of the match when he's on the offense, and I really love that.
He got thrown, no escaped into the corner, tackling out from Citizen. Finding a mash, there comes the DP. The Magnian stack, adding a little bit to all these stray hits. Tried the fair heavy, but 6-6L is going to beat it. Look at the chunk of damage he took for simply not blocking a 2-1-4H. Okay, into the lag mode. No block button!
That's death.
Yeah, gonna die for that.
Yeah, and it's like, not just the thing about like those setups after the ultimate fireball is that it's not just block button. Just because you have the debuff means that Lancelot's throw game, his frame traps, and his like cross-up are all stronger at the same time, which makes it so much more of a scary setup.
Oh, he's dead.
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
It feels like
that's
he
two
might be.
Magnian stacks.
Yeah,
he's so dead.
I shouldn't have, honestly, I shouldn't have doubted for a second. I did not see the Magnian stacks though, so I'm gonna give myself that.
If he gets 2 or 3 Magnian stacks, he's actually doing the fucking Twitter combos.
Yeah.
Show it on someone that isn't able, so you crank the Magnians to 4 and it's like fine.
You don't even have to set the training mode to 0 BP. That's great. Loving as well the mix-ups on the follow-ups from Fiddy. Gets thrown bait again.
Those throw baits are working really well from Daffodil, getting a lot of them in this matchup. It's interesting to see how like different players are defending in this game.
It's honestly just such a strong setup, right? Because what's your option? Once you get hit by the U Fireball, you don't really have any good options at that point. Everything is kind of mediocre at best. Which is why I feel like every Lancelot, but Wolf, especially during the matches today, has been getting so much mileage out of those on-block fireballs. Again, the side swap.
Now, 1 game away from resetting the Grand Finals. The Brave counter comes out, not having much success dealing with being frozen, so he's gonna cash out on that Brave counter. DP comes out. Oh, try some mashing, but the JU is gonna just blink on past it. This is a big counter hit. Oh, get to mid-screen, but that is such a massive amount of damage.
Yeah, like very quickly felt like it evened out the HP differential. Was about to say that it did not matter because that was about to be the kill, but it's not.
No.
So you can't because there's the recovery after that.
Yeah,
Great call out, great call from Fitty. Gonna get the full damage super there.
Yeah, Fit isn't a player with already very good super reactions, but now with true input for super being 1/4 circle into skill, it's going to be very hard to do anything against him.
Yeah, and honestly, the way that he's generally been using his reversals, whether that is the DP, whether it is the SBA or the SSBA, has been very good so far, and consistently been coming out on top of these serve interactions. Yeah, and that's the punish.
Yeah, baiting that DP. Preventing the reset for now. Needs one more game to win this bracket. To go 2 in a row. To stop the new Lancelot menace. Where did Dako Wolf come from? And why has he killed all our best soldiers?
Regardless, Fitty is kind of not having it now. I feel like just starts being on the offense much more proactively in this past 2 games. Gets the cross up on the jump. This is definitely dead.
Yeah, this round went perfectly for Fittis. Got every interaction he wanted. Never mind. Okay, I thought Disaster was about to strike. 0 BP against the damage Dackle's been doing. That would have been nasty to take a hit there.
That's how it starts, isn't it? Exactly, that's how you want it to start when you're gonna go with the comeback. Great DP response there from Fitty. Big damage with the 2M confirm. Now you're on the corner. Escapes.
Sent some kind of mash out, not the one he needed, and now it's just gonna take a nice chunk of damage. Gets sent to the corner. Meter not building just yet for Lancelot, so isn't gonna have the funny super combo just yet. Yeah, nice DP. But back to that mid screen where, never mind. Lance has gotten back into the...
Ooh, nice mash.
Oh, and went for the command throw, but got mashed out of... Alkawolf's been playing the RPS perfectly against that stance. Or Rekka, I can't remember which one was.
Ooh, that was a very nice mash there.
Now, both reset point and tournament point. Who is going to be taking it? Or is Fittison going to end this, or are we getting another 3 to 5 games? Oh, misses the throw. It's going to be something
big corner carry.
Nice, just send the BC, don't want to deal with that. The Raging Strike gets punished. Big chunk of damage, no Magni and stacks needed.
Hit again.
More damage. Doesn't quite get the extension into super, just a bit too far away from the corner, but still, look at this, is 2 hits. Coming out
hit.
And the 5U drops the Gorilla Blade combo. Is he trying to jump out?
Both players almost ends. With 1 DP, is this gonna be dead? It's gonna be dead.
Fittison is gonna take it.
What a final round. Lots of very, very nice scrambles there from both players. I don't know about you, I was definitely on the edge of my seat for this one. Barely able to get out a word. That was a great showing from both players. Zach Wolf just a smidge away from being able to take the reset. Fittisen is going to get the second weekly prominent bracket. But honestly, what a run from Zach Wolf. Definitely wish to see him again, hopefully, and honestly, I'm expecting it.
Yeah, definitely a very storied bracket tonight. We've got the story of Fittison taking back-to-back Promenade Weeklies, and now a couple of new names really tearing it up, but none so much as Dako Wolf with a character, honestly, Europe needed more of. You know, we've had Mary picking him from time to time, we've had Peta being the main Lance guy, but now it's time for a new generation of Lancelot players to take Europe to its knees.
And it's such a fan character to spectate, honestly, between the new tools that he has, the movement, 5 views going like back and forth, escaping the corner with those wall sticks. Just always a great time watching a Lancelot. Maybe it's not the greatest time playing against Lancelot. I'm not gonna judge that, but honestly, just we saw some really, really nice matches today. I'm very happy with how this bracket went.
It's been a really nice time, actually, yeah. Really, really enjoyed watching this. Like I was saying earlier, it's nice to see people, you know, you haven't seen maybe enter brackets too much, and new faces to the Grand Blue scene, you know, show up, make those top 8s, go further than that. And I mean, Dark Wolf was put down into losers pre-top 8, and then ran it all the way back to, you know, get Game 5, losers side Grand Final set. Unfortunately, couldn't quite take the distance. Fitterson, of course, taking our double win here, second one in a row. But we're going to end things pretty quickly tonight. Before we go, of course, I just want to go through a couple little things. As you can see, you know, as you have just watched, we had a couple of newer people in here wondering, you know, what's going on, how you can sign up for this. You're watching or have just watched the Promenade Weeklies every Saturday at 8 PM Central European Time. Sign up to that, go live on Monday. Usually about midday, maybe a little bit later, but join the Hearts of Blazing Discord, !HOB in the chat if you want to be notified when those go live, as well as following Twitter at Promenade GBVS. Not the only thing we run though. Promenade Ballroom is going to be going on every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 PM Central European Time start. A pair of first to 10 sets each night. To sign up for those, of course, sign-ups again going live on Monday. You need to be a part of my Discord, Discord in the chat to get a link to that one. Any skill level is welcome, and you'll get some fantastic commentary for the whole thing. Full analytical, and generally just a very nice time. But with that, I think we're going to be signing out here for today. If you've been here before, you know who our raid target is. Giles currently streaming, so you make sure to send him the same love that you've shown the stream today. Of course, thank you to our pair of commentators for holding it down. It's been wonderful having you.
Yeah, lovely time with Yeki. And I wish everyone in the stream a happy new year.
That's right, yeah.
And all the best.
Happy New Year, everyone.
I wish you heavy misfortune in the new year.
Wow.
And I look forward to sending it upon many of you.
Heavy misfortune in the new year, yeah.
Nia players are not beating the allegations. I'm sorry.
But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday for Ballroom. Take care everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening.